Yo, what's going on, chat? Appreciate the 11 months there, Riot Town. Appreciate the 14 months, Yunsifer. Y'all are having a good one. Appreciate the 9 months there, Upstream. Oh, hang on, I forgot my thing. All right, I'm back. I appreciate the 2 months there, Zeno. I'm gonna play my first IRL game at a league next Friday with Giratina V-Star deck. Appreciate your confidence. Been fun to watch and educate and get educated. Only been playing for about a month. I enjoy the content, Matt. Well, my league challenge Sunday with Chi and Pat, only 40 people, but I'm feeling proud. Congrats on the dubs, you know. Tier list today? Yeah, we can do the tier list today, upstream, for sure. You messaged me on Discord, right? Alright up. Cooking tier 1 decks or tier 1.5? We're starting with Guardy, and I don't know where we're going to go from there, to be honest. But there's plenty of decks to take a look at and come up with builds, so... yeah, we're going to start with Guardy and go from there. Appreciate the 3 months there. Just Drew. Each time I play him at Indie and ask me after rotation. Sure. You ever been caught lacking? In what way? Is there like a lot of ways that you could be caught lacking? You get into should look into Bennett Bronzong with Salvatore. I think it's like a deck it's hard to just like theorize a list for that deck, to be honest. I feel like I'd have to like play games with it, to be honest. Yo, the grape Waterloo is clutch, dude. Buy one get one at Publix right now. Bro, literally Lorelai was just telling me that the grape flavor is the worst flavor of the You play poker? I do not know. No, do not play any poker. Yo, what's up, Hill? Yeah, the Bennett Bronzong deck, I feel like that's a deck that I have to actually like play games with to actually get a list pinned down. I mean, I can like make a list, but yeah, it feels like one of those decks where I have to be playing games to get an idea of what the heck is going on. Are we looking at Japan's meta, or are we just cooking from scratch? Mostly from scratch. I mean, I've already like looked at like a decent amount of decks from Japan, so I got like a rough idea of how they're playing like a lot of decks over there, but Played Pokemon since August. Into 4 regionals, top 64 twice, 5-1 at the other 2. Is that good or bad for a new player? There's no metric that you should, like, it doesn't matter. There's no metric that determines if a player is good or bad. There just is good players and there is players that are less good. That is it. But like, yeah, it's just like trying to think about it, trying to like quantify it is just silly. If you want to get better at the game, then keep playing the game. If you don't want to get better at the game, then stop playing. That's basically it. Any Fraligator lists over there? We saw Fraligator at Champions League, but yeah, we saw Fraligator at Champions League, but I haven't seen anything past that. So on Farfetch's channel, it was pretty funny since I switched to Pokemon a few months ago, and he was one of my favorite content creators. Yeah, making the video was fun for sure. What are you leaning towards playing at UIC right now? I don't know. I played 0 games of the format. All right, so let's get into it then. First deck. First deck. What I said was gonna be what? Guardy. Guardy. All right, so I got this set up. So let me see here. Standard. I actually just don't even know what Ralts. Oh wait, I can like change the filters here though. What sets are gone? What is this? Crown Zenith. We lose what? We lose. I just don't even know what sets we lose. If there's a reg mark, that might be easier. No, there's not a reg mark. EST onwards, dude. I don't even know which ones that are though. Astral Radiance, Evolving Skies. Like we lose Fusion Strike, we lose Evolving Skies, right? And then we keep Brilliant Stars, and then we lose. Oh, so we just lose? Is this go up actually? We lose Chilling Rain. We lose Battle Styles. We lose Shining Fates. Loses Celebrations. Oh, we lose Celebrations. Okay. Yeah, Shining Arcana is gone. Thank God. You've seen the new Japanese Guardy decks? With the Drifloon builds? Yeah. Promos. Probably some Sword and Shield promos stay. Pokemon Futsal Collection? Futsal? Alright. That's close enough. So the best Ralts is then still Teleportation Burst, right? I think. Yeah, so Teleportation Burst Ralts. Earlier. And then we need Guardies probably, right? Let me use Drifloon. Oh, Drifloon's like the main attacker in the deck now, right? The young Loon. And then Screamtail is also... We're definitely play one Screamtail at least. Buddy Catch angle? I don't know. Buddy Catch seems okay. Yeah, Buddy Catch seems okay. If I submit a post-rotation Reggie's list for Dude, would it get skipped like Arceus decks? No, probably not. Yeah, probably not. Post-rotation Reggie's list? No, I don't think so. One Gallade or not worth? No clue, to be honest. Maybe he was mentioned in a prior stream. Yeah, a lot of the Japanese lists have like Mimikyu in there. Yeah, a lot of the Japanese lists have the Mimikyu. And Fluttermane. We could add a Flutter. I'm kind of fine with Fluttermane. Well, what is a Fluttermane good against? Just Lost Zone decks, right? Good against anything else besides Lost Zone decks? I'm actually not sure it is. Oh, I can't get it from here though. I have to get it from over here. Hold up. Chien-Pao kinda. Blocklax. Not really. Blocklax will just gust around it. Yeah, push the 8 months there. Waitress. Yeah, the Fluttermane I kind of like. The Mimikyu, I don't know. I'd have to know what matchups Mimikyu is good against. Lugia and Arc, right? Lugia has plenty of ways to deal with Mimikyu. I feel like Mimikyu might be best against Charizard, I guess, to just like slow down Charizard. What, Mimikyu EX? That's what I mentioned the other day, and I felt like, oh wait, does my audio all sound about the same as it usually does? Does it sound fine? Yeah, push the prime sub there because I chased that setting on my OBS, but I don't know if I like mess anything up. Yeah, push the prime sub there, chase. Welcome to the Rat Pack. We're all out of vanilla, but we have plenty of baskets. You're good. Sounds fine. Double Tail seems correct. I don't know, a lot of decks have Manaphy still. I don't know if it is. Yeah, a lot of decks have Manaphy still. Which we need as well. Jirachi and Manaphy? I don't know if you need Jirachi anymore, to be honest. I just don't know how popular Lost Zone stuff is. So I'm not going to put Jirachi in, I don't think. Yeah, I mean, Mimikyu's... I mean, just one-hit KOs are active, right? No Rabska? Probably not. Although I don't hate the idea of the Rabska. Rabska could be cool, I guess. That one of Baby Guardy for the double refinement turn. Is that worth it? It doesn't sound like it's worth it, to be honest. It doesn't sound worth it. Sorry if you respond to this, but why not Mew EX as an attacker? I don't know. It depends what attacks it'd be good against. What can it do? Copy Greninja. What else? It's a higher HP Kirlia. Does that ever matter, though? I mean, if we're playing TM Evos, a Rabska could be cool, to be honest. We lose Fall Crystal, right? We lose Fall Crystal. Greninja, Zard, late game, Giratina. Yeah, that's true. I mean, all those work. Maybe X does that as well against most of them, but I guess like against specifically Tina, you don't want to put up a very damaged attacker. I mean, the Mew could be chill. I'm not against the Mew. I guess it's like some potential extra late game draw power. Why did I struggle to find that guy so long? All right. Looks right for Lug. I mean, I don't think we're playing Reversal Energy. It's just like, I saw this with like 8 Psychic. That seems fine to me. Although, oh, but they played Vessels as well. I was like, are we gonna struggle to find our energy? But we can play Vessels as well. 2 Vessel because we have like we're an Arven build. I guess you could play like a reversal build of Guardy. What else could you play as reversal attackers though? Just be Luxray? What am I doing the buy list? That's a good question. I hadn't really thought about it, to be honest, but I do need to do that. What day is today? You might not do it today. Yeah, but I need to do it at some point. All right, tool cards. We need the capes and bravery charm. Most lists in Japan I saw were just like playing a 1/1/1. We should start the Saturday for reference. Oh, okay, I'll probably try and do it. I might not do it today, but hey, let me look at what I put up for my schedule. Yeah, it kind of crept up on me faster than I thought, to be honest. But I definitely want to do a buy list. Got the dude stream tomorrow. Maybe we go through it today. Yeah, maybe I'll go through the buy list today. Do we have like the full guide card list? I see this on PokeBeach. Is this like the full set list? Looks like it. Okay, so we can go through that at some point. Yeah, we can go through that at some point for sure. What's our A spec? The new cape. Let me get it real fast. New cape. Yeah, maybe we should just have the Jirachi. We can add Jirachi. That's fine. We're at 31 cards. We have all our energy though. So this is it for attackers. Do we really need anything? I don't think we really need anything else, right? How do you get Flutter in there? You just have to drag the image onto the thing. Just go take the images from Justin Basil, justinbasil.com, and just go to the images and then drag them from the site onto here. Are we hitting the Drift, Quadstone, Chance Fest, Moonlit? Well, we need some kind of heal card, right? We're playing Arven's. Yeah, what is like the best heal card? Is it we could play Damage Pump? Well, Damage Pump you can find with Arven, so it just has to be Damage Pump, right? The Damage Pump has to be the best heal card, or the best card. You can find Damage Pump with Arven, so it has to be the best to manipulate the Drifloon damage. Why not Moonlit Hill? Because you can't Arven for Moonlit Hill. Dude, let me hit it. What other new cards? Is that all the new cards? I don't think we have anything else, right? What are we healing? So the Drifloon, when the Drifloon has a Bravery Charm on it, you can only put 10 damage counters on it, so you're only hitting for 300 damage. But if you heal 10 off it, if you move 10 off it with a damage pump, then Guardy can accelerate 1 more energy to it, which means you're doing 330. So Drifloon with a Bravery Charm can one-hit KO a Charizard, basically. I don't know if it's worth it, but... Codebreaker? I don't know. Isn't Arven basically Codebreaker for the most part? I guess not always. Maybe we play like some kind of code breaker. I don't know. Code breaker seems okay. What are there? Only what? Ultra balls. A lot of the lists that I saw in Japan weren't even playing like 4 ultra ball. They were playing like 3 ultra ball. Picnic basket over damage pump, right? Well, that damage pump means you only need 1 other energy. If you do picnic basket, you heal 30 damage, which means you need 2 extra energy in your discard pile to then put on the Drifloon. But with damage pump, you only remove 1 damage counter off it, so you only need 1 energy in the discard pile. No Radiant Greninja. There was no Radiant Greninja in any of the Japanese lists, which I thought was interesting, but I feel like it's still a pretty good card. Because what was I theorizing for the bench? Like if you have the bench, if you have 3 Guardy line on the bench, 2 Kirlia, 1 Gardevoir, that's 3. You have 3 bench spaces to work with. They could be attackers or support Pokemon like Manaphy or Jirachi. So I wasn't sure about that, to be honest. But I feel like you Crypto for Moonlit. Yeah, but you can't Arven for Moonlit. Arven, you can only get damage pump. We're only going to use the stadium once per game, which is probably correct. Then probably only need 1 use. Do you need 2 Super Rod? It sounds like you probably do, right? But we do play Quad Stone just heals 10 outright. Heals just 10 outright. Oh, really? Huh. How does damage pump work again? Move 2 damage pumps from one of your Pokemon. Oh, it has to move 2? Oh, I thought you could choose to move 1. Oh. Oh, it does say move up to. Oh, okay, never mind. I guess the reason to play damage pump over the stone. Well, then damage pump is probably always better then, right? Because you can just put 10 damage anywhere. Or what you could do with the damage pump is you can move 10 damage from the Drifloon to another Drifloon to make the next Drifloon more effective. So I feel like damage pump is actually just better than the heal stone because you could just put 1 damage like anywhere. There's so many places you could put 1 damage where it wouldn't matter. But you could also increase the damage of Drifloon, or Screamtail, right? Without putting as much energy in play. I feel like that has to be better. The only reason you'd want to play something like I think the reason to play something like Moonlit or the reason to play something like Moonlit or what was the other one, Picnic Basket or whatever, is if you're trying to like heal your board against some kind of spread damage. I'm not gonna add League HQ until I like have an understanding of why I'd want it, to be honest. But I'm down to and also Artisans. I think I'd rather just play more Nest Ball because I want to be able to find Greninja. I think I'd rather just play more Nest Balls before I played Artisan because that way I just increase my odds of finding Greninja. I mean, what else do we really need at this point? What do we need? More Pokemon search? Should just be like this? Am I missing like anything else essential for like making the deck function? No, right? Are there any stadiums we'll ever need to bump? I mean, it'd be nice to have the option to probably like bump Pokestop before we like Iono someone, but playing like one stadium is probably correct, just so we have that as an option. Fourth Ultra over fourth Nest, maybe. We actually probably just need more outs to Curlias, right? We probably need to play like. Do we play Great Balls? I saw that in a couple lists. Is this like a 4 Great Ball deck? Just to find Curlias. Lost Vacuum is better than the Stadium, surely. Maybe. I don't know. Depends how much we want to get value out of our Stadium Bump card. But Lost Vacuum allows you to bump tools as well. Mezagoza? There's no way though, right? Heavy Ball? I can see a Heavy Ball. We have like Arvin in the deck, so we have a lot of access to it. Minion V. If we add Luminion, I definitely want to add Collapsed. Yeah, if we add Luminion, I definitely want to play a Collapsed or a Turo or something. And Sealstone. It would let us play Sealstone as well, I guess. And we'd want to go like heavy on the Ultra Ball, right? But if we want to be like pretty aggressive with like TM Evo as well, maybe Luminion makes sense. Dude, how do you spell Luminion? What am I missing here? Oh, it's IN. Does it make sense? Zation did rotate, yeah. Wait, did it? I don't even know if it did, actually, to be honest, when I think about it. I would want to try with no Code Breaker or just 4 Iona, 4 Arvin, to be honest. The one thing I can see with the Code Breaker though is like Code Breaker lets you go like Code Breaker to put 2 Curlias on top of your deck and then Curlia into 2 Curlias and then go Curlia. But if we're like playing a TM Evo build, that's like less relevant. And then at that point, Arvin becomes basically everything that Code Breaker would ever do. If TM Evo is like our way to aggressively find Curlias, maybe there should just be 2 of these things in here. Now I'm thinking like there should be like 2 TM Evo. Maybe it should be like super TM Evo based. Like what if we did something like this? No Great Balls. Our way to find our Curlias is TM Evo. So we should need to find basics and then TM Evo and then use TM Evo to find Curlias and then we just go from there. We got a lot of tech attackers in here, which I don't really like, to be honest. We got like the Mew EX, the Mimikyu, the Fluttermane, which none of them are bad, but I just don't know if we want or need any of them, to be honest. I don't know if we want or need any of them. Collapsed. Yeah. I appreciate that tier 1 sub there, Cody Bites. Welcome to the Red Pack. Brought a Swedish Fish, but we got plenty of chocolate. What's the plan against Snorlax? I don't know. Let's get rid of Jirachi as well. Let's like minimize text to begin with and then go from there. Wait, someone mentioned a card though that probably makes sense. Oh, we need the if we're gonna play Luminium, we should probably play Collapse though. If we're gonna play Luminium, we should probably play Collapsed. And then if we're playing Luminium, we should also play 4 Ultra Ball. And then we have 2 spots still open. Or Sealstone. Oh, we should probably play 4 Sealstone. Yeah, true. You literally have Arvin. Yeah, 4 Sealstone. Appreciate that prime sub there. Stevo. Go to the rat pack. Throw for fish. No, I'd rather just play a collapsed for sure. Go up to the rat pack, Steve. For all the marbles, we got plenty of lemonade. Heavy ball. Pad? No, I don't like pal pad. I can get behind the heavy ball though. Behind the heavy ball. Sure, it might be better than classic, especially against stall. Yeah, but I'm not trying to like tech for anything specifically right now. Oh, 9 energy, 1 vessel. Finding energy isn't a concern with 4 Arvin plus Luminian. No, but you need more. How many energy do we actually need though? We need like. You need a. You don't just need 3 energy. Like sure, like Arvin can find a vessel. But then if we've only ever seen one other energy, it's only 3 energy. Like say we've seen 1 energy for turn, we use vessel. That's 3 energy. It's like not enough. Weirdier could be funny. Yeah, is Weirdier better than Mimikyu? What's better between Weirdier and Mimikyu? Is one of them better? I actually don't know. Well, no, Weirdier can't be that good, right? Because we don't have that much energy in the deck. What is Weirdier's damage? It's 8. No, Weirdier can't be good. Yeah, Weirdier's bad. No shot. Is it 40 times or 40 plus? You don't even. Weirdier can't even. Am I trolling? Weirdier can't even KO. Weirdier literally can't even KO. A Charizard. Wait, how can this thing KO a Charizard? I guess that makes sense. I've been saying 9 energy. No, I would rather just like play another Bravery Charm for a Drifloon, right? Isn't that just better to like play more Bravery Charms for Drifloons or something? Like, yeah, I feel like just like another tool card for another Drifloon like makes more sense than playing Weirdier. But I feel like vessels are essential. Like, how are we ever getting enough energy at any point to ever even attack with like a Drifloon for a relevant KO if we don't have vessels? What about like more vessels? Because this thing only needs 5 energy on it to KO a Charizard, right? Or 6 energy. Well, 5 energy, 6 energy, 6 energy. No, maybe we keep it at 8. But I could see like 7 plus 3 vessel or something. Or just more vessels, like 8 plus more vessels. The vessels seem super important, to be honest. The more I think about it, the more important the vessels become. I could see going up to 3 vessels. Roseanne's back up to recycle tools? No, we would just play more Bravery Charms, probably. Luminion for Buddy Catch Khaled? No, Luminion's for turn 1. It's not for supporters throughout the game. Luminion's to increase our turn 1 potential of... Luminion's to increase our turn 1 potential of Arvin for TME, though. Doesn't mean Buddy Catch couldn't be included, but they're not like... they're not like conflicting cards where it's like, we may as well like always be able to find a supporter. You only do 300 with Charm on Balloon. You can damage pump it. I guess that's only gonna happen once though. But then we have the cape or the hero's cape to get there. Maybe even 2 Luminion for consistency? No, we'd never do 2 Luminion. Is energy not possible with Bravery Charm? We have damage pump. Damage pump gets us there. Why damage pump over Moonlit? Because you can Arvin for damage pump. Arvin, we want to be able to, when you play Arvin in a deck, this is like true with Charizard as well. When you play Arvin in the deck, you want to be able to utilize any possible combo through Arvin. That's why like in Bibzard, Switch is better than Jet Energy because you can't Arvin for Jet Energy, but you can Arvin for Switch. Any possible combo, any possible card, any possible couple different cards that could have the same effect or same outcome that you're looking for, you want to maximize the potential through your cards. We play for Arvin, so we want to play Damage Pump over Moonlit Hill because you can Arvin for Damage Pump, but you can't Arvin for Moonlit Hill. Like whenever you have 2 cards that achieve the same thing but are different, it's like, okay, how much access do we have to one card over another card? And then you want to play the card that you have the most access to, generally. Almost every single time, but not every single time. Not every single time, but pretty much every single time. Would you ever play Gallade? Yeah, I could see it. I'm not against it, but I'm not gonna include it in like the base list, I don't think. Is Jirachi not worth it? I don't know. I don't know how much what's it called there is. One boss, one catcher enough? No clue. But I think we can start with 1-1. I think we start with 1-1. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm comfortable starting with 1-1. Or Arvin and 56 items equals world champion. Exactly. Couldn't we play Codebreaker for Iono protection and get anything we want? I mean, yeah, of course we could. But we want Arvin for the turn 1 potential of the TM Evo. And then we are still like a comeback deck, so we want Ionos. So we don't really. So for how it's built around TM Evo, we need Arvin. Once again, for how it's built around TM Evo, we need Arvin. And then also we are a comeback deck, so we kind of need Iono. Honestly, should we even play a candy? I'm like, actually, what if we just cut the candy? Because if I'm going this heavily into TM Evo, why do I play candy? If we go first, I guess it's for the potential to do something aggressive when we go first, right? I'm not sure this makes it worth the inclusion, because we could just go first and be like, that's cool. No, but there's probably matchups where we want to like turn to attack with Guardy EX or something. Or just like turn to attack in general. Like up against like Ancient Box. We'd want to be able to go Candy Guardy attack or something maybe. I guess we still maybe want that potential. But I could see going to 0 candy and just playing through TM Evo. So even when we go first, we just turn to TM Evo instead. This honestly could be a deck where we choose second as well. I could see us choosing second as well. Catchers. I mean, if I need another gust effect, it would probably be a second catcher before a second boss. But I mean, we're at 60 now. I'm kind of content with this 60 right here, to be honest. It's super straightforward. I just don't know what tech cards I want because I don't know what the meta is. I don't know how matchups play out either. Yeah, I don't know how matchups play out either. Let me fix this. Where's the extra damage coming from? What do you mean? Oh, another way you can use damage pump as well is you can like send up a Kirlia, damage the Kirlia with Gardevoir, retreat into the Drifloon, and then damage pump off the Kirlia to the Drifloon. It doesn't have to go from the Drifloon to somewhere else. So you don't actually need the 6th energy for the Drifloon. You can just move it from somewhere else. Like, one Bravery Charm seems low. I mean, we only need to take so many big one-hit KOs. Like, Drifloon can still do a decent amount. It still does 180 for 3. Right, it still does 180 for 3 energy on it. Like, just 180 punch. We only need to take so many huge knockouts. We already have 3 ways to take big knockouts. Like, this actually feels pretty comfortable, to be honest. Like, you just use Cape at the end. Like, Cape is just the one you use at the end, ideally. But I could see a second Bravery Charm. I'm not against the idea of it. As many Poffins and Nest seems like overkill? Nah. Roseanne's backup sounds good. No, you'd always just play another Bravery Charm, I think. Roseanne's backup is so slow. You think damage pump is worth the slot? I don't know. 1 KO and Charizard with a Drifloon with a Bravery Charm is kind of chill. But it might not be worth the slot, to be honest, because you can always Cape knockout as well, right? We could always go Cape KO. Hey, let me think for a second. Yeah, because I don't know. Bravery Charm plus Drifloon plus Counter Catcher KO Pidgeot's like pretty good as well. So maybe we don't need the damage pump. Maybe you go like double Counter Catcher, double Bravery Charm. And like just more aggressively KO stuff off the bench, and then you deal with the Charizard later. Like you still have 2 ways to 1 KO Charizards. Like, do we really need more than 2 ways to 1 KO Charizards? Maybe not, to be honest. Maybe we don't even include the pump, and our price just becomes different. But being able to aggressively KO the Charizard in the active is also kind of cool. Yeah. Why not 2 Charm and no Cape? Because this like allows us to 1 KO without needing anything extra, to be honest, which I kind of like. But maybe we don't need 2 ways to do that, because this does give us 2 ways to do that. Maybe we don't need 2 ways to do that. Maybe just 1 way to do that is enough. But yeah, I just don't know any of the matchups. So why not 2 Cape, no Charm? 2 of this Cape? This gives them an extra prize card. I'm not trying to give them 2 prize cards off my Drifloon. No shot. Capelet Streamtail Sniper 280 on the bench as well. Yeah, that's true. I could potentially see no Luxurious Cape. We always play this thing and this thing. I could see no Luxurious Cape though, to be honest, but One vessel, one letter of encouragement. Is letter of encouragement still legal? There it is. I don't hate it, to be honest. I don't hate the letter of encouragement. What does it do? Search your deck for 3 basics? Is that better? Is that better than another vessel? Only if you get KO'd. Yeah, so it'd be like a little bit more limited of a card. It'd be a little bit more limited of a card, but I kind of like the idea of it, to be honest. Situational? I mean, it's not that situational, right? Our opponent's going to take knockouts, and we are the slower deck most of the time, right? If we go first, we're probably going to turn 2 TM Evo. If we go second, we're going to turn 1 TM Evo. And our opponent, 95+% of the time, our opponent wants to draw prize cards. Yeah, it might not be too situational, to be honest. I don't hate the letter. I'm down. Let's go 1-1. Let's go 1-1 to finalize the list here. I still want the option, like if I go first or if I go second, I want to be able to potentially Arven for Vessel, right? Like for sure. So we definitely want to keep a Vessel in there. I mean, I like it. Very easy to see early game with Arven. Yeah, exactly. We're keeping the damage pump for now, right? We're keeping the damage pump. Although we could be more aggressive and go like double Bravery Charm, double Counter Catcher. I like the idea of that. I do like the idea of that. But the damage pump is kind of cool. So we're going to keep the damage pump in here for now. All right. I'm going to lock this 60. We only have 1 new card in this deck then? Yeah, only 1 new card. With the Poffin? Oh yeah, the Poffin is just down here. Yeah. Retake the picture. Do you beat hands with this? I don't know. Probably don't. I don't know if this deck can ever beat hands. Oh no, you'd have to play you would have to play Vacuum. To have a chance to beat hands, you probably need Vacuum. Because after you KO the first hands, you need to like remove the KO the first hands, you have to remove the energy chain, but going second in Vacuum, you probably beat hands. I don't know if you beat them, but it's a start. It does something. It still sounds like it's gonna probably be pretty tough to beat hands, to be honest. All right, what deck should we do next? What is another like standard deck that I should build? What's a standard deck I should build? Cresselia? Cresselia's not very good anymore because you spread out your energy and then remove all the damage from play, but all your attackers want damage on them. Charizard? I've already done Zard. Arctina? Well, I did Pidgeysard. I guess we could do Bibzard. I wish I could convince myself I didn't need to run 2 switch in every deck. I mean, you don't. All you have to tell yourself is that your list is bad if you have 2 switch in it. If you play in a deck that no one else plays switch in, your list is probably just bad if you put 2 switch in it. So you just ask yourself, do I want to play a good list or a bad list? And then if you want to play a bad list, lock it in. Qian Pao. I already did Qian Pao. I've done Qian Pao. What not? Definitely Roaring Moon. But Roaring Moon just has to suck. We could try and make it work though. Let's go Lugs. Let's do Lugs. Dude, Lugs is pretty much solved here, right? There's nothing to do with Lugia, to be honest. What is it? What are like current meta decks? So Arctina, Bibzard, Arctina and Bibzard, right? What else is there? What else is there? Arctina, Bibzard. Like current meta decks for a minute. Lostina. I've already done Lostina. Miraidon, Arctina, Bibzard, Miraidon. Okay, we can start with those. Let's do Arctina. Let's do Arctina. Lost Box? Dude, I kind of just don't want to touch Lost Box, to be honest. Broken Arceus decks coming to you. Ancient Box? Seems alright. I have Lost Box fatigue. I kind of do as well, to be honest. Yeah, appreciate the 53 months there kicking. Bidoof. Should we do the 3-3? Should we do the 3-3 Bidoof line in here? What does our bench look like again? 2 Arceus and a Tina usually. Some form of like 3 attackers. And then like 3 support Pokemon, right? So we could do B-Barrel. We could do like a 3-3 Bib. Kind of fine with that. And we still want to play a Squovet though. How do you spell this thing's name? Squo... Is this it? I got it. So we don't need to run stadiums anymore, right? But Vacuum seems like it is a pretty good card. All right, let me get the Iron Leaves. And then we probably play Maximum Belt, right? I don't see us playing anything else besides Maximum Belt. And then Iron Leaves. Let me find the leaves. All right, Iron Leaves. Vacuum will get mileage because that cape is legit. Yeah, if the cape is legit, we do need Vacuum, right? With Iron Leaves, you really need Belt. Yeah, getting through one Charizard is not enough, especially against Bibzard. Because you don't even, the Tina can't even like go KO Pidgeot or something. I think you do need both. Choice Belt 2. What do we need Choice Belt for? Mirror Match? Wait, what's the Choice Belt for? Choice Belt's for Lugia? Oh, Lugia, okay, yeah. I'm down for a belt then. Lugia's kind of annoying. What is our win con against? Our win condition against Lugia is KO the Archeops, right? Does Box of Disasters rotate? I'm not sure, but I don't know if we'd ever play it either. Does not rotate. Oh yeah, I'm not sure it's worth including. How many boss? Probably 4. Or like 3 in a counter catcher. The reason I like the idea of the counter catcher is like for the Lugia matchup. So if we go second, they get the first knockout, we can go counter catcher. We can like set up more cleanly plus counter catcher KO an Archeops. So I'm gonna add a counter. I'm gonna add a counter. So that way, especially against, like specifically against the Lugia matchup, they go knockout first, and then we go counter catcher KO on Archeops, so they can't just respond to us with a Chinchino. Radiant Guardian for the HP. You appreciate the 6 months there, Mister. Radiant Guardian for the mirror match could be cool. I just don't know how popular the mirror match is, to be honest. I just don't know how popular the mirror match is. That's the problem. a mirror match plus like I guess lost what is it called? Lost Tina. I was like, I'll get there eventually. Charizard? Yo, we do kind of be needing some Charizard in here. Never played Boss. Is it a good card? It's all right. Okay, so I've seen some lists with like not Great Balls, Capturing Aroma. I've seen some lists with the Aroma, and I don't know. Capturing Aroma seems okay. I think I'd rather just play more Pokemon. Like I'd rather play the 3/3 Barrel or the 4/4 Arceus than Capturing Aroma. Yeah, I think I'd rather just play more of the Pokemon. Like, am I playing 3/3 Barrel, 4/4 Arceus, and Great Balls? I don't know. I don't know if I have room for that. We have to add energy first, but that's what I see every time I see those. I'm just like, I don't know. I kind of just want to play more of the Pokemon. I feel like playing more of the Pokemon is better than playing the other stuff. Maybe I'm tripping with that, but. Wait, how did I end up here? Hold up. I think I clicked too hard. Oh, okay. One Rod? Nah, Rod seems mid. I'm not sure what I clicked there. Do we go like 5/5 or do we go like 4, 6? What are they? We could play like what? Jet Energy, V-Guard Energy. If we're playing V-Guard Energy, shouldn't we just run? We should just run Radiant Greninja, right? Mist is good. If we have Mist, then they. Well, what is Mist good against though? Moon and Lost Tina. Moon's not a deck though, right? There's no way Moon's a deck. Well, I guess it could in Lost Zone stuff. I guess it is real. It's good, but it's not good against Lost Tina, right? Because if we have a Mist on, oh, we could have Mist plus Radiant Gardevoir. Oh, sheesh. That's scary. How do you beat that? how do you deal with that? That is a lot though. Oh, why did I spell it like that? This is better if you run Radguard. I think Mist is only good if you run Radiant Greninja. I think if you don't run Radiant Greninja, there's no reason to run the Mist Energy, right? Because they just go, okay, cool, you have a Mist Energy, knockout. Oh, Mist is unreleased, thank you. I was like, why isn't this shit coming up? A long load time. Yeah, we do need one switch. Maybe a jet. I could get down with a jet. Eerie? I don't know about the Eerie. It seems okay. Eerie seems okay. We got 10, 60. Well, wait, what? 10. I have 15 energy in here. Sheesh. Maybe we do like this. I don't think I need more than 14 energy, right? Yo, what's up, Pokedubs? Transcar and Turo as well. I don't hate him. Just go 4 boss. Well, I don't know if I want 4 boss and a counter catcher, but I kind of like the idea of the counter catcher. Luminion? No, I don't want that cheap 2 prizer on my bench or a liability. Eerie is good against both those matchups, to be honest. Yo, appreciate the 11 months there, Doom Design. Yo, what if Eerie is just like broken? What if this should be playing like 2 to 3 Eerie? Because it is good against Chien Pao, Lost Box. Honestly, now I'm kind of like convinced about 2 Yuri. It's a lot of supporters though. We'd maybe cut back on the judges by 1 to play some Yuris. Yuri plus Devo, Shred, Zard, and Pow. Seems it's not that good. Like it's not that good against Zard. They have to have the rare candies in the hand for it to matter. But do you need Radiant Gardevoir? It's for mirror matches and Lost Tina. But I don't know if we should be teching. Should we be teching for anything right now? Maybe we shouldn't be teching. Radiant Gardevoir plus the Mist Energy is a cool combo for Tina decks. But already being Zard anyways. I don't know if that's true actually. Radiant Gardevoir's also good against Lugia, to be honest, because they can't do the 220 KO. Yo, is Radiant Gardevoir just broken? This card goes crazy then, actually. It's also good in that. Alright, I kind of like the text then. We'll keep the text. Is there a stadium that helps out our bad matchups? I don't know. What does this deck have bad matchups? Alright, if we play the Radiant Guardian though, maybe we don't have room for 3/3 bib. Because if we're going to have, what, 3 attackers, 2/2 bib. Yeah, we maybe don't have the... If we're gonna have less if we're gonna have less matchups where the bib is good, maybe we cut down on the bib line to a 2/2. But we had room for a 3/3. What was I kind of theorizing for the bench? Like 3 attackers, a form of like Tina or 2 Arceus, or 2 Tina, 1 Arceus. And then we have 3 bench spaces open there. Squavette, B-Barrel, Radiant Greninja, or B-Barrel, B-Barrel, Squavette. I don't know, it still kind of works. Still kind of works. I could do this and then 2 Eerie, right? V-Ball? Maybe. Oh wait, Eerie's not there. It's up over here. Grabber seems okay. I don't know. I like Eerie is a good card. Grabber is a okay card in some decks for some situations. I'm gonna call Pokemon Grabber a good card. But in the right situation, in the right deck, any deck can be a good card. Why do we like Radiant Gardevoir? Because it reduces the damage we take from V Pokemon by 20. Our Giratina has 280 HP. So up against other Giratintas with lost impact, it does 280, so it'll only do 260, which doesn't want to KO our Giratina V-Stars. And then we combo that with Mist Energy. Even up against Lost Tina, they can't Star Requiem our Giratina V-Star, and then they also can't Lost Impact KO our Giratina V-Star. And then even if they hit it for 260 damage, they can't Sableye clean it up later, which is also a big deal. And then also up against Lugia, Lugia's attack does 220 damage. Our V-Pokemon have 220 HP, so we reduce the damage that Lugia does by 20, which means they do 200 damage, which means they don't KO our V-Pokemon. And that's where the Radiant Guardian comes into play. With Fortune, that Grabber probably is pretty good here. Nah, Grabber's got to be Cap. Oh, it's gotta be. It's gotta be. Grabber can't be good. Oh, it could be, but I'm not gonna add it initially for sure. Hand Clipper? No. Hand Clipper is not good. It's not a good card. Is it literally Grabber? Run 6 Ino, you would be ahead of your time. If I could, you would probably play 6 in here, to be honest. Ino's kind of broken in this deck. Are you not running the 1 supporter which puts 2 of any cards on top of your deck? No. Not currently. It seems okay. I mean, it combos with B-Barrel, obviously, but... we have 60 right now. I can't think of a... We literally have 60 right now. I still don't hit her off. There's only 3 psychic. Yeah, but we just need to like, I feel like we just need to not get unlucky for that to matter though, right? You just like put the psychics on the Tina and then, or we should be good, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, even if we attach 1 psychic early to Arceus, we need to like not have to ultra ball away a psychic or like prize double psychic for it to not matter, right? What do we do with Sinnoh? It's a good question. Maybe we should play an answer for Sinnoh. That's possible. Yeah, we could add like a vacuum or something, I guess. We need more stadiums. The stadiums have to suck in here, right? What do the stadium cards even look like? Is there like a stadium filter? Oh, it's right there. What stadium would even be good in? Lost City is probably okay in sub matchups, right? Lost City's probably okay. A vacuum is definitely okay for sure. Vacuum also like synergizes with B-Barrel, right? Yeah, I don't know. PokeRev just raided you on YouTube. Oh, it definitely looks like I got it right. I appreciate the raid there, PokeRev. We had a good stream. We're over here working on some new format decks. Currently stuck on Arctina. I didn't even know you could be rated on YouTube, to be honest. But yeah, I appreciate it. I know you could rate on YouTube. I know you could rate on YouTube, but I thought the process was complicated. Like I thought you had to like accept each other. Maybe they've changed the process since I last heard about it. But yeah, I appreciate the raid. You need Vac plus Charon slash Turo to beat Ancient Box. I mean, we don't need, but that's the thing. You guys are like too concerned with trying to beat. Now listen, we do want to concern ourselves with trying to beat some things initially, but we don't need to concern ourselves with one thing. You have to look when you're deck building, especially going into a new format. We don't know what's going to be the most popular decks or the best decks. You need to like slow down a little bit. It's like, do I really need to be able to beat Future Box before I even know what's good in the format? Probably not. I can probably wait to see if Future Box is even good, right? I don't even know if Future Box is good. From the results so far, it doesn't seem that good. I don't need to be able to beat Future Box yet, right? Now, some cards I think we can definitely be like, all right, we need to be able to beat some decks, right? We need to be able to beat Charizard. We need to be able to beat probably Tina in some form, it seems like. So, all right, we can put those two up there. Lugia seems pretty good, but I'm not gonna like even put I'm not even putting too much weight into the Lugia matchup, to be honest. The only things that I really care about is Zard, to be honest. That's like the only thing I'm like, all right, we probably need to make sure our deck can beat Tina or Zard, excuse me, but we don't need it to beat like all these, you know. Do we need to tech for Ancient Box? No. Do we need to play cards for the Gardevoir matchup? No. Like there's so many things we just don't need to play cards for, you know what I'm saying? Yet. But if they do become popular and actual threats in the meta, it's like, okay, let's tech for these matchups, right? But we're not there yet. We're not there yet. We just don't know what the most popular decks are. Besides Charizard, we know Charizard's popular, but like besides that, Ancient Box, why this energy split? We want more grass energy now because of the Verzian in the deck. But yeah, that's basically it. We play more grass because we have Verzian, but that's it. But I can honestly, I'm down for a 1 vac. Vac just seems like neutrally like a decent card, so I'm gonna add 1 vacuum. Is there any way to get the mist from the discard? Yeah. You could use what is it? Roseanne's backup, but why special energy? Just like another energy slash pseudo. It's like a switch card slash energy. Is decent because like turn 1, if you have an Arceus on your bench, you attach a double turbo to the Arceus turn 1, then you can Starbirth for jet energy, and then it's your energy attachment for turn plus your switch card in 1 card. But then it's also just like late game, mid game, which is another switch card. So. You're going to do something about running Silene index that run draw engines. I mean, it depends how good like the A spec is in a situation, but. Dude, that's funny that listen, I mean, recovered A specs is powerful, but you do have to find your A spec to begin with. It's funny. I saw the Twitter video from Mahone hating on, or just like basically saying what's it called, it's like a bad card, just like neutrally, or like not as good as maybe people are hyping it up to be. Cryptomaniac, But then Mahone's like, but instead of finding our ace spec with Cryptomaniac, I'm going to go ahead and put a Silene in my deck that I have to use after I find my ace spec card. Now that's consistency. Probably been asked before, what am I using to build? Pokegear.app. Website. Why do we still got a 4/4 arc? Consistency. Now that is actually consistency. Do I expect Roaring Mist to be a threat? No. Bro is waffling. Is it worth to play Lost Box with Goodra instead of Tina? No clue. I mean, you shouldn't think about it. Try to play it with. You should just ask yourself: is Lost Box Goodra good? It doesn't have to be instead of Tina. It just can be its own thing. They can both exist. I have no clue though, to be honest. What does Gardevoir do? It reduces the damage our Pokemon take from our opponent's V Pokemon by 20. Mahone also says Lax is going to be the undisputed BDIF after rotation, so I don't know. I mean, I could see that, to be honest. I don't disagree with him on that. I could see that for sure. Can I theorize a Banette Bronzong list now? No, that one hurts my head, to be honest. I'm gonna leave that up to who's the European player who keeps playing Banette. I'm gonna leave that up to Mateus. Mateus can handle the Bronzong Banette deck. I'm no pro, so this is a genuine question. Isn't 4 Pokemon like really a lot? The answer to that is there's no correct answer. There's not like a point of a count of Pokemon where you're like, that is too many Pokemon. Or there's not a count of Pokemon that's too low where you're like, that's too few Pokemon. You have to play more Pokemon. There's a correct. So for Arctina, next format, there's an optimal 60 cards to play during every metagame. It could involve 20 Pokemon. It could involve 10 Pokemon. But there's no like threshold where we all of a sudden become like, no, you can't. Even if it seems better to play 21 Pokemon, you can't have more than 20 Pokemon in your deck. You gotta cut that. You has to go. It's like that's never. It's just not a thing. It's just like, there's a perfect 60. What is it? I don't know. Pick up a deck, play some games, and make some changes, and then you go from there. That's just how it works. That's what deck building is. It's like we have 20 Pokemon now. Is 20 Pokemon correct? I don't know. Gotta play some games. Actually, we have 21 Pokemon. Forgot about the Rizian. Build the deck, play some games, figure out what the meta is, figure out the tech cards you want. If you end up with 21 Pokemon, you end up with 21 Pokemon. If you end up with 18 Pokemon, you end up with 18 Pokemon. But there's no like threshold where it's like, oh no, you've gone past the number. You can't do that. Better cut a Pokemon or add a Pokemon. Like, it just is. The optimal 60 is whatever the optimal 60 is. And it doesn't care how many Pokemon you want to play. It just plays that many Pokemon. 1/3 of the deck should be lands. True. So you never want to think about deck building in those terms. You'd be like, oh, I have too many items in here. I have too many supporters. I have too many Pokemon. It's like, if this iteration of the deck feels better than the last iteration of the deck, then you play the new the iteration that feels better. And then if you feel like there's too much or too little of something with the current iteration you're playing, then you change that to a new iteration. Then you play the new iteration. And then if the new iteration feels better than the last iteration, you continue to play that iteration. And then if something comes up, optimal subjective to your strategy? Nope, it is not. There's an optimal 60 cards for every archetype in every metagame for every single major tournament that exists in the PokemonTCG. It is not subjective at all. Like, there's a correct 60 card. There's a optimal 60 cards to play for Arctina in every single metagame. And we define, the thing is in Pokemon, metagames are defined by major tournaments though. So it's like, for this next major tournament, or for what was at this major tournament, like that's how we like define the meta, the points in the format where the meta matters are major tournaments. So there's like the format, which like last format was the Paradox Rift format, which spanned from the first major tournament to the last major tournament. And in each major tournament is like a point to reference where the metagame was at that major tournament. And then you go to the next major tournament, and that's the next point of reference in the format for where the metagame was. And what you're trying to strategize your deck around is each of these metagame adjustment points throughout a format. And then a new set comes out and rotation happens, and now it's a new format. And then each major tournament in that format there's a metagame for each of those tournaments that is like a reference point to look at and be like, okay, what could have been the best player? What was the best play here? What did well? What won? How popular were the decks? And for each of those metagame points that are the major tournaments, and for some people it could be like more local tournaments than not, but for like the general community and what we look at as far as like the meta shifting and what the meta is, it is just major tournament points. And for each of those metagames in those major tournaments, there's a perfect 60 cards for every archetype that could have been played, but finding that out is literally impossible. So all you can do is prepare for that major tournament before it happens, and then when the major tournament happens, whatever your preparation has led you to believe what is the closest you are to the perfect 60 is what you play at the tournament. And then you just repeat the process tournament after tournament. I appreciate the 2 months there at Teapot Gym. Does Mist Energy block Roaring Moons or Tina's Instas? Yes, it blocks both. No one in chat predict the future like Madame Web. That's what we need, bro. Then you'd be the best Pokemon player if you just had those prediction abilities. You'd be good to go. Lost on Box next? Nah, bro. I can't. Lost on Box, it just hurts my head. Any stadiums in this list? No, I think just one vacuum is good enough to me. I think one vacuum is all we need. We have 61 cards here though, so I do need to cut a card. Would I play Great Ball and Lugia? Probably. To some count, yeah. Also own 2 Big Brain. We're Arceus gamers now? Yeah. Now we gotta build Stall or Charceus. Is that just Charizard Arceus? -1 Eerie, 1 is enough. But finding the card sounds kind of cool, to be honest. I think I'm gonna cut a Judge. I'm gonna go with cutting a Judge. Do you defeat Great Tusk Mill? Probably don't, to be honest. We probably just lose. That's probably an L. You should start reading some science philosophy. You take on the perfect 60 is very close to the debate related to the existence of a fundamental scientific truth. I mean, it's probably out there too. Pogo Baby can fix that L. True. If Mill's popular enough, we could just play. Wait, does that actually also beat Control? It wouldn't beat, that one doesn't beat Snorlax though, right? We still lose to Snorlax. Also, choice belt for Lugia. Lugia, and then I guess Mirror Match now as well. If they have Radiant Guardy themselves, we have the choice belt for that. Lugia choose a cool card in Arctina. Lots of decks with basic attackers in the format. There's a decent amount. It depends how many stadiums they play though, because like doesn't like the Ancient Box play like 4 Artisan or something? Or do they play Pokestops actually? Either way, if they got 4 stadiums, I don't know if I'm trying to play 1 stadium to combat them. So this is a wrap. Looks like you cooked. Yeah, I think we can wrap this one up for now as well. I agree. It's good enough. It's good enough for an initial list. Also, Erie's broken. Need V-Guard versus other Tinas. That's what the Radiant Gardevoir is in here for. That's literally that's what Radiant Gardevoir does. Although, if we wanted to go next level to combat our Arctina opponent's choice belt, we could play a V-Guard energy and the Radiant Gardevoir. That seems like a lot to do for the mirror match, but theoretically that would be a thing to do. That does seem like a lot to commit for the mirror match. The tech for the tech for the tech, exactly, yeah. The tech for the tech for the tech. All right, what's the next deck we need to do now? So we did this. Was it Bibzard? Is that where we're gonna go next? Bibzard, Miraidon, something like that. Miraidon is also something we should visit for sure. But I honestly, see, I say that about Miraidon, but I don't feel the same way about Roaring Moon, because I feel like Miraidon has potential. I feel like Roaring Moon just sucks in the next format. I guess I could be wrong. It could be okay, but it feels like you lose the Moltres, right? Moltres leaves. Wait, do you lose Moltres? Oh, that is an E. Okay, yeah. So you lose Moltres. You lose Moltres. So you have to go back to like the quad Sada build, which is basically pretty much unanimously been decided that the other build is better, right? The Moltres build is better. Oh, you also lost Battle VIP Pass. I forgot about that. Yeah, you also lost Battle VIP Pass. I mean, you still have Ultra Ball plus Nest Ball. It just seems so rough for Moon, right? It does not seem very good. But I feel like Miraidon still has potential. What's Miraidon doing after we lose Flaffy Peony though? 4 EXP share. Does Bibzard always go first or second? No clue. No clue. No clue. We do Bibzard next though. You can play Mezagoza? You can play Mezagoza. There we go. Solved. Honestly, is 4 Heat Tackle? Where are they? Is 4 Heat Tackle just correct? Honestly, 4 Heat Tackle might just be the way to go. Unless you're afraid of the lower HP, then you play like 4 the other one, but 4 EXP share, 2 Baton. Yeah, honestly, something like that is probably the move now for sure. Definitely gonna hurt to not have Flaffy anymore, but I feel like the deck should still be fairly functional. You might even get Energy Switch involved now. You like put EXP, you'll end up with EXP shares on random targets or like bad targets, but you can E-switch it off to something else. Using an ability on a Pokemon that doesn't let your opponent discard your tools would be good or not. I mean, it'd be okay. There's so much more that matters than just that ability, though, to make something good, though, right? Like, there's so much more matters than just that. So we're seeing those lists with, like, the triple Bidoof, which was interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about... We've been seeing lists as well that don't play... What matchup is 4 Heat Tackle better than 3 70 HP and 1 Heat Tackle? If the attack you only ever use is Heat Tackle, then prize cards could get involved, or the sequence in which you draw the Charmanders could also get involved, because if you draw your Heat Tackle Charmander first and that one gets evolved, then the other ones aren't there. So the question just becomes, which Charmander do you attack with ever? And if the answer is, I only ever attack with Heat Tackle, then it's like, okay, how much does the HP difference matter? And if having 70 HP is actually relevant, then you'd want to do a split of maybe like 3-1. But if the HP difference doesn't ever matter, and you only ever attack with Heat Tackle, then you should just run 4 Heat Tackles, theoretically. But that'll be the 2 questions to answer. But we can't answer those questions until we know what the popular decks are in the meta and the situations that arise that would lead to one being better than the other. So for right now, Heat Tackle is definitely probably the best. I can say confidently that I think the attack we'll use most out of any of the Charmanders will be Heat Tackle. Now, is it enough to play 4 Heat Tackle over any 70 HP ones? I don't know, but... You ever play 2 non-ability Charmeleons to play around Vulpix? I don't think that'll do enough. We'd have to hit them with Charmeleon 3 times. We have to set up 3 Charmeleons with 3 energy each to 3 hit KO a Vulpix. I feel like I'd rather just play Gouging Fire. I like the 2-3 Bib Doof line. Yeah, I like that as well. It does make me not want to run Luminion like they didn't play, but honestly, the Gouging Fire just kind of seems decent. It depends how popular like Arceus stuff is, I guess, but it seems decent into like Arceus stuff for sure. So the big question for this deck, honestly, is like, do you go the Lumini? Do you go the Force Sealstone route or no Force Sealstone? That's like what I'm unsure about with this deck, to be honest. Force Sealstone versus no Force Sealstone. I'm not sure. Also, is it possible to just like play this deck with 2 Charmeleons? Like, what if we... Well, not playing TM Evo feels weird if we're going to play Arven, though. I want the main just run Force Sealstone Pidgey. I think if I'm playing Force Sealstone, I think I'm definitely playing Lum. No Rotom in this? No, we played Pidgey out before we played Rotom, I think. Although maybe there's still a reason to play that, to be honest. Jirachi. Do we need Jirachi? I don't know if we need Jirachi. Add Maximum Belt. Maximum Belt is probably the... I'm not going to add Gouging Fire either to this build, to be honest. I'm not going to add Gouging Fire. Like, it just could be good, but it's like... Once again, it's another situation where we just don't know the meta. So yeah, Maximum Belt or Prime Catcher. Maximum Belt seems better. But... need the B-Barrels. We could just play B-Doofs and bait our opponent to chase our B-Doofs. Prime Catcher is better in Bibs. That's what I've heard people saying, but why? Like, why? I don't know why. Not that it couldn't be better, but like, why is it? Why in B-Doof build is it better? Prime Catcher is a good pivot and boss after Iono. But is that not also true in... But that's also true in the other build of Charizard. They get it turn 2 way better than Pidgey? Can it? I don't know if that's even true. I'm saying, like, what is the... I understand, like, what it can... But why is it better in... So that's it? It's just you can get to turn 2... You feel like you can get turn 2 Prime Catcher faster, more consistently? Turn 2? Usually spend an Arven on Candy and Pidgeot. Is that not also true with Bibzard, though? Aren't you spending your... It's not spending your item card, but if you're... That would only be true if you're using TM Evo turn 1, right? That you wouldn't need to... They'd have more flexibility on the following turn. Roxanne? Probably not. Probably just for Iono. Probably just for Iono. Maximum Belt can KO your Pidgeot at only 4 prizes. You can KO it at only 3 prizes. Oh, you mean 2 prizes. I see what you're saying. Hey, you got me thinking. Do you play 2 online of B-Barrels, 2 regular ones, and 1 Pogo for mill and stall? It doesn't do anything against stall, I don't think. I could be wrong on that, but I forget exactly what the B-Barrel does. It'll beat mill for sure, but hang on. What does this do again? The Reassuring Dam. As long as this Pokemon is on your bench, cards in your deck can't be affected by effects of your opponent's attacks, abilities, item cards, or supporter cards. So your opponent still theoretically decks you out, though, right? They're still gonna deck you out. Well, oh, as long as this Pokemon is on your bench. Okay, so they just counter catcher it. Okay. So Mill will just Gust it and be on its merry way. I mean, not really. Mill doesn't play that many Gust effects, and you just retreat it. So I think this still beats Mill. It doesn't beat Control, though. Yeah, this won't beat Control, but it will beat Mill. Patrol Cap. Yeah, Patrol Cap is honestly like a better better inclusion. It certainly helps against Control. Yeah, but not to the point where you... So this is actually... This is like a... I bring up this talking point all the time for like deck building. If a card help you... Like... So this... this theoretically will help against control, but not to the point where it should be a reason why you play a card, basically. Because against a decent control player, they'll still just beat you. Like even if you have this card, a decent control player is still just gonna beat you. 2 beats control. No, I don't even know if 2 beats control because they still just trap it in the active and you lose the deck out eventually. So like that shouldn't be a reason why you play this card, basically. It is something that is true. Your win rate against control will go up, but not to the point where you should include this. But against Mill, it would be a reasonable inclusion if you're trying to beat Mill. No, this card actually autos Tusk. Yeah, you probably do just beat, you probably beat Mill, but you're not beating control with this. So even though it would be not terrible, obviously it would be like help your control matchup overall. You shouldn't play it for that. Like that's not a reason to play the card, basically. If you're coming up with like a list of reasons to like play a card, you want to have enough reasons to warrant playing a card, right? But something like that B barrel helping control matchup shouldn't be on your list of reasons because it's just kind of irrelevant. It's like, yeah, increases your control win rate by 1%, but is that worth playing? No. Is that a reason to make it worth playing? No. So if we're building it this way, then we don't want to play the Force Seal Zone stuff, right? I almost just like don't you want to take a this in Squovette? No, you will. They'll trap it in the active. It has to be on the bench. Like Mill also still has a route against it as well, but it's probably not great. Like against Mill, I think you're still beating Mill because you just have to like put energy on it, and then they can only gust it like 3 times. That's not enough for them to win the game. How's this play against Snorlax Sol? Just scoop, go get an early lunch break. Do I go for 6 again? Maybe we go 6 or 7 on the energy. Soda King's alternate personality, Eric. How do you say your last name, Eric? Eric Blad. Causing chaos on the YouTube chat. Patrol cap on the bib. Broken. Kind of just didn't want to run TM. To be honest, I just kind of don't want to run TM Evo and just play 4 rare candy. But is that just bad? Vacuums? I think you only need one vacuum, to be honest. I think you only need 1 vacuum. Like this. Appreciate the 24 months there, Sunny. 2 years later. Reading SpongeBob narrative voice. We're all out of something. We got plenty of something else. Appreciate the 24 months there, Sunny. One Evo sounds better than 0. That is true. It's hard to warrant like playing 0 Evo when you play Arvins, right? Free candy, 1 Evo. I'm down for that. I'm down for that. Seems decent. I need like ultras. Oh, ultras and Poffin. I was about to say nest balls, but yeah, we don't need nest balls. We could still play like a I don't really want to playing Collapse doesn't seem very good. Oh wait, I can't get Poffin from there. Playing Collapsed doesn't seem very good, but we could play like an Artisan, I guess. But Artisan, honestly, I think Artisan is like terrible. I think Artisan is like a terrible card because you just give it to your opponent. Giving your opponent Artisan. Maybe I'm just like not correct. It feels like more decks like utilize Artisan right now than they did. I don't know. Giving your opponent Artisan is just so bad. I just don't want to play Artisan. I don't know why I care about it so much more in this format than the last format. Oh, it's because there's no Path to the Peak. We don't have to play. Okay, that's why. I was like, why do I hate it right now? Why is it so bad? Why is it so bad? It's because we don't need to play stadiums anymore because there's no Path to the Peak. Artisan is just like it feels terrible, to be honest. Yeah, it really was just a bump path, but like it took me a second there. I was like, wait, why did I hate it? Or Poffin 2 nests so you can fetch Radzard? Nah, Poffin turn 1 is just so much better. We can just play some nests on top of this. We can just like play like 2 nest ball, or just even 1. Do we have a quick way to find Radzard? It's fine. Probably should play 1 more fire, to be honest. I'm probably trolling with the 6 fire, or am I? Back down to 6? I will make it work. Rhodey? No. We're doing the no V build. No V. Which is definitely more interesting than just playing all the V Pokemon, so. 7 energy seems good. Let's 2B prize and still use 2BX and Radzard. I mean, we have 2. That's like not a concern. We haven't played 2 Super Rod. Energy search? Yeah, I could see it. I should also maybe play like another switch card or a... I was gonna say jet, but I don't really like the jet. We could play 2 switches. Sounds so bad though. At that point, I'd maybe play a jet, but the jet's so bad as well. It just doesn't do anything. Why does you prize all 6 fire though? That's why you have to play 7, so you don't prize all 6. So that way, after your opponent's drawn 4 prize cards, you can finally attack with Radzard. Genius. Second counter catcher. I am always down for another counter catcher, to be honest. I'm always down for another counter catcher. Mist energy. Oh, we just don't have any way to find the mist energy. Oh, we need to play a choice belt, right? We need to play a choice belt. You still like the Pidgeot Zard list you posted about rotation, post rotation one? I mean, I haven't played any games with the format since then, so the answer is yes, I guess. Why aren't we playing Ultra Ball? That's actually a crazy good question. Where's Cryptomaniac? Oh yeah, we could play some cryptos. I'm down with some cryptos in here. What, like 2 cryptos? But then we have to cut back on the other supporters a little bit, right? I got 2 cryptos in here. That's true. We could do cryptos plus. We could add the Mist Energy. I just don't know. I guess I have to wait. I would want to wait and see how popular Lost Teen is, because if Lost Teen is not very popular, then I don't really want to play Mist Energy. And it just comes down to that, to be honest. We come back on Arvin without 4 Sealstone. And we can maybe cut. I don't know, cut an Arvin. Yeah, cut an Arvin's probably fine. I kind of want second counter catcher. Roxanne? No. Roxanne feels like it's better in the Pidgeot build. Because this deck is like... I guess maybe that's just not true. This deck just feels more fragile to like getting... I don't know, maybe that's just not true though. What does Cryptomaniac do? It just takes 2... You take 2 cards from your deck and put them on top of your deck. Mist Energy for the Turbo Lost Boxes with Moon. Yeah, Mist would be good for that as well. What's Choice Belt for? Tina. I guess if I'm checking for Tina with this, well, it's Tina and Arceus. Tina, Arceus stuff. Yeah, I think Arceus is... Oh, Lugia as well, right? It's good against Lugia. Tina, Arceus, Lugia. That's probably enough reasons, yeah. They can just cram Calamity, so yeah, Mist not much value. What do you mean? That's a whole other turn. That's like +1. Playing a Mist Energy to get a +1 prize card is huge. If you could put a Mist Energy in play, and every time you put a Mist Energy in play, you effectively draw a prize card. That's a pretty big deal. That's a big deal. I would play I play 4 Mist Energy in every single deck. Now, just because it does that against like some kind of Roaring Moon Lost Box deck doesn't mean we should play it. But if Roaring Moon Lost Box is popular enough, then Mist Energy would be worth it just to force that. How do you prepare for what's popular? Is it experiment you go to is the new format? I mean, pay attention to what people seem to be playing locally. Pay attention to what seems to be the most popular in Japan. Pay attention to the early evolution of the format in online tournaments. Like, all that stuff matters. Or you can use all that information to like make a more informed decision on like tech cards or deck choice. In its current state, it looks very prone to boss stalling on the B-Barrel. However, there's not much bench sniping. I mean, maybe a little bit, but my opponent also has to draw prize cards. I'll beat my opponent eventually. Like, they can boss up my B-Barrel, but if I'm ahead on the prize exchange, it doesn't really matter. I'll eventually just attach 2 energy and retreat my B-Barrel, and then I'll super rod the energy back to the deck, and then I'll punch again. So, although we'll probably go up to 7. I'm convinced 7 is the way. Is Heavy Ball any good? It wouldn't be bad. Yeah, I could see Heavy Ball. I'm down. I do really like Heavy Ball, so. Devo for Mirror? Yeah, that'd be a consideration as well, to be honest. Yeah, well, we already have the maximum belt. We already have maximum belt, and we're playing 2 Charmeleon. Maybe that's all we need for the mirror match, to be honest. That should maybe be enough of an advantage. But I wouldn't hate a Devo. The more I think about it, the less I like the Maniac card. It seems okay. But I almost want to like play without it first. Oh, I already had 4 of these in here? Oh. Yeah, the more I think about it, the less I like the Maniac card. This is good, but how does it beat Zoropod? Nothing beats Zoropod. Another thing we might have to include is Jirachi at some point. I saw a few Fluttermane and emergency boards floating around. What is the emergency board good for? Just to move your B-Barrel? But we want to set up 2 B-Barrels, so emergency board wouldn't be very good. I'd rather just play another switch. The problem with the Maniac, though, is it doesn't do anything turn 1. But I guess it can do something as soon as turn 2, right? Alright, maybe we keep them, actually. Yeah, the thing is, like, this card is, like, not good turn 1. And potentially it's not good enough turn 2 as well, to be honest. Like, if I don't have B-Barrel set up, I can't even use the Maniac. Like, I need B-Barrel set up before the Maniac actually comes online, right? Like, that's like another problem. You have Squavette. So I'm going to play Maniac to Squavette into the top card of the Maniac, which is B-Barrel. Then I evolve that to B-Barrel, then use B-Barrel to draw 1 card. To draw any 1 card that I want. Board is cool because you can grab it as your tool on Arvin, which is kind of cool. Oh, that is true. That is true. I didn't think about that. 1/1 Bibs for 1/1 Pidge. Zard, Pibarrel. I mean, I definitely want to try that. We could cut 1/1 B-Barrel. I think if you play the Pidgeot in here, you don't play Squavette anymore for sure. But I'd rather just do the heavy bib. Did you see Celio's tweet on his analysis of the Lost City Zard decks? What, I mean, it wasn't analysis though, right? It was just literally posting every single card that has shown up in a Zard deck, right? Now I add 4th candy. Yeah, we need 4th candy. So it has to be no Squavette, -1/1 bib. I don't know. I don't want to. I'm not like. I'd have to like test if that ever makes sense. I don't think I'm gonna worry about doing a Pib B-Barrel build yet. Are you gonna cook a Fraligator deck? Probably not today, but eventually, maybe before. I'll either cook it I probably won't cook a Fraligator deck pre-set drop, to be honest. I'll probably cook it on stream, but you had to go through and analyze the decks. I mean, I guess it's more like data collecting. I mean, sure. The analyst of the analyzing of the Charizard decks. Where to get my shirt? QualityPatchDesigns.com. Cut Manaphy for 4th candy because YOLO. Doesn't sound like a good enough reason. Although, We don't play Jirachi in here. I don't know about adding Jirachi, but I could add Jirachi. Can I mess around with Torterra EX? Maybe at some point. It's definitely not on the top of my list. I don't have an actual list, so don't ask me about an actual list. Don't ask me what's actually at the top of my list, because I don't actually have a list. But like, yeah, Torterra is not a deck that I'm going to be playing with initially on set release. But no, I do not have an actual list, so don't ask me about the list that doesn't exist. Maniac is Mallow this format? Yeah. You'll cook the Torterra for me, don't worry. All right, sounds good. I'll just copy your 60. I think Manaphy is a must with Prime Catcher in the format. How does Manaphy change whether or not... How does Prime Catcher change whether or not you should play Manaphy? Prime Catcher canceling clone easier than double switcher? Well, yeah, but that doesn't change whether or not you should play Manaphy. Just because your opponent can get through your Manaphy doesn't mean you should play Manaphy. Or unless you're saying double Manaphy. You think Poffin is good for the format? I don't know. Did I miss your thoughts on Jirachi in the deck? No, not really. I just don't know how much Lost Zone stuff there's going to be. Or like how much of the Lost Zone. We even see like in the current format, a lot of the Lost Box decks can't even attack with Sableye. So if like it's really important for the Tina matchup to play Jirachi and Tina's really popular, then probably should play Jirachi. But I don't really have a read on that right now. But there will probably be enough decks that can attack with Greninja that we need Manaphy, but if anything, it's a reason to cut Manaphy if they can get through it easy. That's what I'm saying, yeah. Do you think UIC will have a lot of new decks? No clue. Lost Team will be a good deck post-rotation? No clue. Probably decent. It'll probably be decent. But it's tier 1 right now. I don't know if it'll maintain its tier 1 status. Maybe add Turo and another switch because control will be popular. No, we just take the loss to Turo. I'm not trying to beat, or to control. I'm not trying to beat control. I feel like Poffin has got to be better for the, than VIP for the format. Yeah, that's probably a pretty good guess. I'd agree with you on that for sure. There's no way Poffin is gonna feel as bad as VIP Pass did. That's for sure. It maybe could be better, but is it better than the Pidgeot engine? No clue. How does this for Alligator though? Got to work on that. The more I cook, Pidgeot control seems stronger than Block Lax. I think the deck is inherently, it's definitely more powerful. Because you can do more things. Yeah, the question is whether or not it's better. What about Energy Search? I don't know. It's okay. But because we still have like 3 candy in the deck, so we don't really need to pull off the TM Evo, so. Which Lost Box deck do you think will be best post-rotation? No clue. What's the reason for only 1 TM Evo? What if you prize it? Just candy out of Charizard instead. Or just don't prize it. Or just go get out of your prize cards. They weren't looking. Pidgeot control seems more prone to bad prizing. Yeah, but that's like not... So that is like... It is true, because you have like more things going on. But like... Yeah, I mean that's just like one of the... That's like a drawback of playing that versus the other build. It doesn't mean like that's like... Makes the deck worse. It's just like, yeah, that's like one of the benefits of playing the Quad Lax build is like your prizes are going to be less bad, less often. I've seen Arceus seen a post rotation. What is the most consistent in your opinion? No clue. I mean, Arceus is probably a more consistent deck, but it's definitely also a less powerful deck. I don't know which one's better. I would say Arceus is more consistent, but that doesn't make it the better deck. Consistency isn't the only thing that matters. And like Tord doing well with that deck this weekend is like a good example of that. Like the deck that Tord played is super powerful because there's so many options. But But obviously, like all the strategies in his deck cannot be consistently replicated like every single game, like super consistently. But the power of his deck is the power of the deck is the options, not the consistency of being able to always do one thing every single time. That's true, Soda. With Peony rotating, I think consistency is important to consider for control decks. Yeah, sure, but like I mean, that's like not. But you just like play both builds, and if one seems worse, prizing could be the factor that it makes it worse. If one is worse, then you play the other one. Like, it's just like a potential factor. But wait, someone just said, wait, yeah, wait, why is Choice Belt actually better than Vitality Band, or is Vitality Band actually better? I just like started thinking through the math in my head. Do you think Temple of Sinnoh is worth adding against Lugia and Future Box to stop the gift energy draw late game? In some decks, yeah. You can even add it in this deck theoretically, but it makes your double turbos a little bit awkward. Oh, not this deck, a different deck. What deck was I thinking about? The Arctina. I had Arctina on the mind for some reason. You could play it in this deck too, though. You could play it in this deck if you want to. Shut down the gift. Dream challenge, want to do it later? Yeah, no challenges today, Soul. You play Max Belt, Choice Belt is better. Band is better if you play Prime Catcher. Wait, why though? What is like the different numbers for Choice Belt versus Vitality Band? Because we KO Tina, we KO V's after they've drawn one prize card. I guess it allows Radiant Star to hit 280, right? That's kind of it. Good job with the maximum belt? Yeah, sure. But like, why is Vitality Band better than Choice Belt though? Or why is Choice Belt better than Vitality Band? It doesn't matter what Max Belt does. This isn't irrelevant. This isn't relevant. It gets Radiant Star to 280, but when we're KOing Tina V Star, Tina V, we KO any V or any V Star, Choice Belt is equal, right? And to kill the Pidgeot since we don't have the maximum belt. It doesn't matter. Bean, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We don't. Maximum belt is not part. It doesn't need to be part of the discussion. We're just talking about when is Choice Belt better than Vitality Band and when is Vitality Band better than Choice Belt. We have to play one of them because we want to be able to KO Lugia and Tina on 3. About the potential of that, but they both do that. So what are the other reasons that we play one over the other? Maximum belt is literally irrelevant in the discussion. It just does not matter. If anything, that could be a bonus for playing Vitality Band, because if you prize your maximum belt, you can still KO the Pidgeot on 3. I'm like, what are the other situations? Vitality Band beats Chi and Pao after one prize card. That's true. Maximum belt also does that, but once again, that mitigates prize cards. Defiance Band. Defiance Band is also a consideration as well. V-Star decks? Yeah, but they both do the same thing against V-Star decks, except Radiant Star. It does let Radiant Star hit 280. That's like the one thing Choice Belt does. It lets Radiant Star hit 280. And then I guess I forgot about Defiance Band completely, to be honest. Belt is useless in Lugia. There's Chinchino. I mean, that's just not true. If you want to be able to KO Lugia on 3 prize cards, that lets you do that. Choice Belt is better for... yeah, it's just Radzard, right? Just Radzard. Vitality Band would let us KO the Pidgeot on 3, because that lets you like use Maximum Belt against the Zard and then KO Pidgeot on 3 with Vitality Belt, which could be pretty cool actually, with Vitality Band actually. So having the because then you don't chase the Pidgeot with the Maximum Belt, you could just save your Maximum Belt to KO a Charizard later, and you use your Vitality Band to KO the Pidgeot on 3, which could be cool, to be honest. And there's also Defiance Band. Defiance Band doesn't seem very good though. I don't like the idea of Defiance Band. I don't think we're behind that often. Vitality seems to have more use cases than Belt. That's what I'm coming to. That's the conclusion I'm coming to. Defiance kills Golden Go on 2. Gave this for that and Radiant Zard for that though. And also Golden Go I don't think is like a deck to like worry about. Definitely right now it's not a deck to worry about. And maybe Pao Belt is better into V-Stars. Belt is better into V-Stars though. Yeah, I kind of like the idea of the Vitality Band the more I think about it, to be honest. It also mitigates the prize cards of when the Maximum Belt is powerful. But it does take away Choice Belt's 280. That's the one thing it gets rid of. The Radiant Zard can't hit for 280. So I guess that's like the biggest question is how badly do we want to hit with Radiant Zard for 280 versus the more flexibility of the Vitality Band? Because for a lot of Choice Belt's numbers, Vitality Band does the same thing, but Vitality Band is always plus 10 damage, whereas Choice Belt is only plus 10 damage against. I'm gonna rock the Vitality for now. I'm gonna rock the Vitality for now. I gotta cut this one. We could do like a one. We could play both. Playing both is probably incorrect though. Playing both is probably incorrect. Why not both? Actually, let's play one of every tool. We have Arvins. We have the Arvins for it. Also, a Team Devo could be nice in here as well. But I just don't know how our mirror match lines up, to be honest, if Team Devo is worth including. Especially now that we have Vitality and Maximum. We can like Vitality the Pidgeot, Maximum the Charizard potentially. I'm not sure. I play Team Devo or Justified Gloves for the mirror. Well, this is just better than Justified. I don't think I'd ever play. Well, Justified also rotated. That's why not. Team Devo for mirror. I mean, if it's, I don't know if we need it. That's the thing. I don't. We have Vitality and Maximum Belt now. I don't know if we need it. Without Choice or Defiance, you're really struggling to Arctina, right? No, Vitality Band does all the same numbers that Defiance Band does against Arctina. Well, except for the Charizard number, actually. Except for the Radzard number. But then you'd rather just have Choice Belt anyways. Why is that small plus Choice Belt? Honestly, I could see it. I could see a Choice Belt and a Vitality Band, to be honest. I could see both. Vitality hitting Pidgeot and Chimpao has been better for me, but anecdotal data. Oop, yeah. I think if you play Prime Catcher, you definitely play Vitality Band. The problem with the Chimpao, I mean, the thing with the Vitality against Chimpao, though, is if we play Maximum Belt, that already answers Chimpao for us. Now, obviously, this does mitigate prize cards a little bit, but I wouldn't want to make that too big of a factor as to why we play both of these. What do you need Heavy Ball for if we prize any of our squad? Gotta get the squad out of the prize cards. Can't let them just linger in there. All the gloves are gone, so those aren't even enough. Wait, are all the gloves gone, or do we keep some of them? Ah, yes. Wait, do we actually keep these? Nope, that rotates. No, I don't want that in my deck. Oh, they all rotate, bro? No more gloves, bro? The hunting gloves gone, cleansing gloves gone. Unlucky. All right, I'm locking in this 60. That's it, perfect 60. Don't talk to me ever again. All right, up next, Miraidon. Is Roxanne still worth a thought in this Zard build? It doesn't seem great. Vitality doesn't help the Chimpao match because a good Chimpao player will not take a single prize. They will wait until the hands KO or to Evo Zard. I mean, that's not true anymore though, Ollie, because of Maximum Belt. So like that will change that slightly. But that's only like, it depends if what one do you play Maximum Belt. And if you don't play Maximum Belt, that means you have Prime Catcher. That means you can just get around the Chimpao anyways. And if you do play Maximum Belt, playing the Vitality Band only matters when you prize your Maximum Belt. So it doesn't really make too big of a difference. But it definitely changes now that Maximum Belt is a card. Because if you do end up with a Chimpao in your active, it's like, do I just let this die to a Maximum Belt sometimes? Or do I just freaking get my one prize card? You probably just get your one prize card at that point. And then that's where Vitality Band could make a difference. But it doesn't really make too big of a difference. Because then if you're playing Maximum Belt, you could just get the Maximum Belt instead of the Vitality Band. And at that point, you don't need any tool card to want to KO Chimpao from there on out. So, all right, we're doing Miraidon next. Udon. Why the band instead of the choice belt? You're just gonna have to go back in the VOD and watch. I'm not explaining it anymore. Or we're not going through it again. We're not doing this anymore. All right, Iron Hands, Miraidon. You stay doing 2 Miraidon as 3, buddy. If you play 3 Miraidon, you just like playing dead cards in your deck. Congratulations. I don't even know if Raiku's worth it anymore. Is it ever Miraidon Regis? Probably not, no. I don't think so, no. I don't think so. Is it? Oh wait, we don't have Peony anymore. Oh my god. I was like, it's gonna be a Peony build, right? But Peony rotated. Man, I'd want it to be a Peony build too. Oh no. Does this deck just suck? No Peony. So we're like a research deck again? What? All right, I'll try and put something together here. We'll see. What does Miraidon gain? Nothing, maybe? I don't know. Does Miraidon actually gain anything? It maybe doesn't. Miraidon maybe doesn't gain anything. I'm actually not sure. Crypto and Jenny? Crypto. Oh, crypto with generators? No, you're never playing that. That doesn't work. Baton. It does gain Baton. Okay, it does get Baton. Well, it definitely needs to be the town store build. That's for sure. We definitely need to go... Well, it definitely needs to be EXP share. I don't know about town store, but... Yeah, I don't know about town store, but we definitely need to play EXP share. We maybe play town stores as well, but... Wow, this deck sucks now, bro. What? That's crazy. Is this deck just terrible now? You drop the EX for the baby dragon and Flaffy for crown. Pretend it's a Miraidon deck. Future hands. Dude, I honestly think this deck just sucks. Future hands is just the better deck, right? Because you could even in future hands you can even play a Raichu. I think it doesn't sound great though. Rad Greninja? You would maybe have to be honest. You maybe would need Rad Greninja. Maybe build Future Hands instead. Building Future Hands isn't very interesting. I feel like that deck's already been flushed out pretty much completely with all the Japanese builds. Man. I had like some in my head, I was like, oh, I got some faith in this deck. I had like, you know, there's something going on here maybe. But now that I'm trying to build it, I'm like, dude, this thing has to suck. There's just no way. Yeah, like mentally, I was like, all right, there's something here. But now that I'm here, I'm like, this thing seems terrible. Is that basically all the... What old decks are there? What current format decks are there that like gain stuff that are worth like checking out? Or like worth revisiting for the new format? We did Guardy. I've done both Charizard builds. I'm not doing Roaring Moon. That deck has to suck. We did Lost Tina. I don't really want to do a Lost Box build. Mew rotates. Control. I don't really want to do Control. I don't really care about Control. Miraidon seems like it sucks. I've done Chi and Pow. We did Arctina. There could be other Arceus decks. We could do like Arc Gudra maybe, but Rapid Strike's gone. I think it's time for like new decks then. Dango. Dango's better with Poffin. Lugia. No, I feel like Lugia's already been like kind of done already. Like there's not that much to do with Lugia. Like Lugia Cinccino is like pretty. Yeah, there's not very much to be done with that deck, to be honest. Maybe go to new decks now. Roaring Moon isn't bad with Darkrai and Liepard. That doesn't sound very good. Raging Bulk. Dude, that deck. I can't build a list with that deck because I've said that deck sucks. That deck definitely sucks. We could build a deck though. I mean, the deck list will probably be fun to play. We could work on a bulk list, to be honest. Matang, Zam. Could do a Matang build, yeah. Give us the Tusks. Could do a mill build. All right, let's do a mill build. Let's do some mill. I am excited for mill, so that is one of the decks I'm actually most excited for to try out. If everyone is cutting Jirachi, Sablezard seems good. Not even that can save Sablezard. I think Sablezard might be unsavable. Actually, I don't even know if it was ever... There was no time to ever save it to begin with, to be honest. All right, so we need the Tusk. What are we even saving it from? The deck has just always been mid. All right, so what else do we need to play in here? Greninja. Pidgeot. New cards. This one. I'm gonna put a hand clippers in here. We're gonna play a hand clippers. Gotta clip them. And then what is the best ace spec? Is it the cape? Comfy plus emergency board? Yeah, true. That combo is pretty sick. Is it like 2 board? How many board did That's the only thing I'm gonna take. Let's see. Right. 2 board, 1 comfy. I'm down. I'm down. Charizard has more regional wins than you, buddy. True. That's very true. What is the Mimikyu for? What matchup is the Mimikyu? Because like I see most lists have 1 Mimikyu in there. Oh, oops. Mimikyu's for Zard. Future Box. Well, Future Box has a way around it. It's for Zard. Is it just a slowed out down Zard? Mostly for Charizard, but it's also great against Arctina. I mean, Arctina can just shred it as well, though, right? I'm not going to play the Mimikyu. I'm going to go with no Mimikyu in my build to start off with. And Comfy is like the best skateboard pivot card. There's nothing else like that like gets like 1 card out of our deck or something, right? Like Comfy is just the best. I only need fighting energy. What do we need, like 8? And a bunch of vessels. Is Klefki ever a shout? I don't think so. Would Klefki be good for retreat and early draw? No. They're trying to attack on our first turn. Pokegear? Yeah, gear sounds good. Wait, what kind of Pokemon search does this deck even play? Is it just 4 Nest Ball? Oh, Artisan. Someone said Artisan in the chat. Yeah. Like 4 of them? Oops, not 5. What the heck? Couple soups. Oh, we do need the doubles. Well, then how many FDs do we even need? Can we go with like 6 of them then instead? I don't even know how many basic energy we should play. And then probably, I mean, if we have the Pidgeot, I feel like we should play a Forest Sealstone, but it just seems too good to not include. I could see it being like too awkward to find the Pidgeot though. Counter catcher, yeah, a couple counters. Like what, 3 counter catcher probably. It's Fortune Sisters? No, because you have to play a supporter every single turn. We do need pal pads. What, like 2 pal pad? What are we at? 58? We're already at 58? At 58, huh? Shoes? Not against the idea of shoes. Trimmer sucks. No, it trims. Townsaur is sick with this deck, so you can grab a booster as well as the A-Spec and the boosters. I feel like getting our basic Pokemon is too important, though. I think we just want Artisan to stick and play forever, right? You appreciate 22 months there, Steezy. Shoes of trekking. Post up so you can bait your opponent. Genius. Literally genius strategy. Two trimmers? Nah. No shots. All right, are we missing anything else like super important? That's the question at this point. Like, am I missing like a must-play card? I don't think so, right? Mungus for the memes. True. Braver Charm. So we could what? Do we just want more tool cards than just the 5 we have? Or do we want to put a Braver Charm on our Radiant Greninja? Hammers? No, hammers can't be correct. Iron Hand builds with the Future Version. I have seen it, yeah. Switch card? Wait, why do we need switch card? Do we need switch card? What's gonna happen? Well, I either have... I guess our things could, like, if we open Greninja or Comfy, we're not guaranteed to find a thing super fast. So maybe we do play like 2 switch cards then. Okay. One of you already slowed on the opponent on key turns. I have seen the Eerie. I'm not gonna play the Eerie yet though. I'm not gonna add the Eerie yet. Patrol Cap for the mirror. It's pretty broken. Should we also play a Vacuum to get rid of their Patrol Cap? Play the skateboards for the Comfy, so we can just constantly pivot off our Comfy, and it gives us like +1 card every turn. Vacuum? What do we need Vacuum for? What are we trying to get rid of? Patrol Cap? Manual treat in case of trapping ninja. But if they don't KO if they don't KO our Great Tusk, then we can just retreat for turn. Like, I'm not afraid of something getting trapped. I'm more so afraid of getting into the Great Tusk turn 1, I guess, more than anything. For that reason, I guess I could see playing the card. Maybe we should play some kind of Trekking Shoes, though, right? Do we just want to get through our deck more aggressively? What would I even cut? We could cut an Artisan, a Counter Catcher, a Pokegear, and something else for 4 Trekking Shoes. Is that worth it? We want to play Trekking Shoes. Vacuum the Choice Belt A-Spec so Zard can kill you with booster. Can't kill you. It only has more damage to EX Pokemon. What about 1 Psychic Energy instead of 1 Fighting? We can attack with Comfy just in case. Maybe a Jet Energy is switching out. I think we'd always rather just play more switches though. We don't really need shoes, I don't think. Yeah, I don't know if you really need boss. No, we'd always just play more counter catchers. Yeah, I guess I should probably try it first without Trekking Shoes and see if the pace of the deck just feels fine. Like how it's currently built. That's like true. We should probably just chill and try it. See how the current pace of the deck feels. I mean, this is 60. Yeah, this is 60. Maybe cut a Vessel as well, to be honest. We go like cut Vessel, cut Vessel, Gear, Artisan, and something for like 4 shoes. Maybe a Counter Catcher. A guy playing Lost City or Squavette and Bib. That actually is kind of funny. Prime Catcher over the Cloak. I don't know, the Cloak seems kind of good though. Probably can cut 1 capsule. I feel like we want all of our Great Tusks to have that extra HP though. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we could like cut it back by 1 or something. Looking for a bit of early stall. Yeah, I think that's why people play it, but I don't know, I kind of want to attack with the Tusk and see how it goes from there. Like Townsaur is better than Artisan for some of the slots for stadiums. Maybe. Then we just don't have that many. We just don't have that much Pokemon search. I'm just trying to maximize Pokemon search more than anything. Like I'm not trying to play a count. Like I'm not trying to play a count of stadiums. I'm trying to play a count of Pokemon search. We need to like find a Great Tusk. If they KO a Great Tusk every single turn, we need to find another one like every single turn. Especially because like we're just carding so many cards with the. I don't know. I just have to play games with it, to be honest. I think this is a good starting point, though. Good starting point. You need those capsules and cloaks each turn, also, though. That's true. Maybe it'd be better to have a little bit more of a split. I can get behind that a little bit, I guess. Well, Big Man Ultra Ball. No, that card has to be terrible in here. We don't see that many cards each turn. Like if we use Hapu, we get 2 cards. If we Sada, we get 3. Like we're not like playing Research or something like that. We're like playing out of our hand pretty much all the time. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, playing out of our hand like all the time. So I don't think we can afford to play stuff like Ultra Ball. That sounds like it takes too many resources to work. Or yeah, too many resources. Too many resources. All right, let me fix up the list. Make it look pretty. You can take KOs with Great Tusk. Yeah, but usually you just want to beat Millen. If we're taking KOs, it'd be like in weird situations for sure. What sets are rotating? Every set with a E in the bottom, all the E sets. I don't know what sets those are, but all the E sets. Chilling Rain, Battle Styles. That's 2 of them. I got 2 of them right, I think. Actually, is Chilling Rain rotating? It is, right? Actually, I guess it could not. I'm pretty sure it is. Fusion Strike's rotating. That one's rotating. No, it definitely is rotating then. Yeah. And there'll be like some cards in more recent sets that also rotate just because of their regulation letter or whatever. How risky do you think it is to play an Earthquake deck? Kind of like the Steelix Dojier deck, but with Pogo Onyx and the new Relicanth use Onyx's second attack that deals 50 damage for each damage counter. I mean, there's nothing risky. I won't say there's anything risky about it. The deck is either good or it's bad. But I have no idea what all the cards exactly do, so I have no clue, to be honest. I definitely just want to think about I just want to think about things in terms of being risky or not. It's just like good or bad. It doesn't sound like it's that good, but if you're not trying to like win the tournament or win a tournament, then it doesn't really matter what a deck is capable of if you have fun playing the deck, basically. You should only ever really be concerned with how good a deck is if your goal is to win a tournament or do well in a tournament. Otherwise, you should just play with whatever Pokemon deck you have the most fun with. Like, Battle Styles, Chilling Rain, Evolving Skies, and Fusion Strike. Thoughts on 151 Ditto? It's hard. In this deck specifically, it doesn't seem very good. Do you think it would be risky bringing Mew to EUIC? I'm kind of scared of people playing Spiritomb. No, I think it'll be good, Soda. I wouldn't worry about people playing Spiritomb. You should be alright. You should bring Mew. Arc Gudra or Arc Vulpix next? Arc Gudra is definitely the more interesting of the 2 decks for sure, but honestly, neither of them are that interesting. Do you have fun playing regionals, or are you more focused on winning? I enjoy the process of attempting to win tournaments. I'm not gonna lie, the Steelix Sonic combo goes hard. Probably a cool dude deck. Ramps quickly, and 4 for 300 on a single pricer is cool. No, the deck is really cool. I actually want to try it out at some point this week. I want to try out the Steelix Dodrio deck or whatever it is. Yeah, I want to try that out at some point this week. The deck's definitely sick. I also want to run 2 Heavy Ball and testing. I keep prizing multiple Mons. I could see running 2 Heavy Ball in here. And also, like, even so, like, you just find the first Heavy Ball sooner. Also, you can find that first Heavy Ball sooner, because that could also be, like, a pretty big... Especially if you, like, prize your Greninja or something like that, or even your Pidgeot, to be honest. Just finding that first Heavy Ball as soon as possible. Definitely could be a big deal. How about the Pogo Onyx that requires 4 energy? Oh, it requires 4 energy to attack? Oh, that thing is just terrible then for sure. When you see the new Roaring Moon deck with the Ancient Box, that deck also doesn't interest me very much, to be honest. I think we should do next is that I should put together my buy list. We should do the buy list next. Have you seen JW's news site for helping with tournament prep? I have, yeah. I haven't really looked into it very much though. But it looks like just kind of like a, what is it, like a way for you to like store your results, and then I think I saw him tweet out this morning something that you can like simulate like a tournament with it based on your results. Pretty cool. Yeah, I'll be right back, chat. I'm gonna go get a drink, and then when I get back, I'm gonna put together my we'll put together my buy list for Temple Forces. I'll be right back. All right. All right, buy list. That's what we're gonna do next. We're doing next some new set stuff. Did I get this list? Why not Lugia? Lugia's like already like done. Yeah, Lugia's like already done. Agent box. I mean, I'll do one more, probably one more, maybe two more streams like this where we like make lists. This week. When will I do it this week though? Maybe not this week. Maybe next week. I feel like I gotta do it this week. Want a Mimikyu or Eerie in here? I don't know. Just haven't played that. I haven't played any games with the deck, so I don't know if I don't really love the idea of the Mimikyu. The Eerie seems okay, but did I do Arceus yet? Yeah, we did our Arctina. Yeah. Think it's worth playing hands in new Lugia? No clue. Probably not. Lugia using Noivern EX, definitely interesting. I mean, you could still run stuff like hand doesn't seem great because he also has like play vessels and stuff. Clearly new that hasn't been rehashed 1,000 times already with your taking 2 cards off of what everyone else is doing. All right, Soda, I'm cooking right now. Am I saving these lists anywhere to view? They'll make it their way to my YouTube channel eventually. Do you think Future Hands decks bodies Lugia out of contention? Do you think Future Hands deck bodies Lugia? I mean, it just depends how popular. It just all depends on popularity of stuff. Like the only deck that I think you need to beat right now, the only deck that I think you need to beat right now is Charizard. If your deck can't beat Charizard, the deck probably can't be played. But besides that, it's kind of up in the air, and we'll probably adjust as like the meta evolves for sure. Oh wait, am I tripping? Hold up. Is it this weekend or next weekend? Is the regional in? Oh, it's this weekend. Well, it kind of changes up my stream schedule a little bit for this week actually. I forgot there was a regional happening this weekend in I don't know where it is. Somewhere in Brazil, I think. Latin American regional. But that changes up my streaming schedule quite a bit actually this weekend. I mean, I'm fine with that. Because I'm always down to watch some of that on Saturday and Sunday. So I'm cool with that. All right, maybe I'll do. So I guess on Friday we'll work on some more rotation decks before I play in the online tournament on Friday. Goiania? Did I say that correctly? Goiania? What's 5 hours for you, Azul? Is there a stream for it? I believe there is a stream for it. I don't know when it starts. Does anyone have the information for when that stream is happening? I don't actually know. I think it's being streamed on Copag stream on Twitch. I'm pretty confident in that. I just don't know. I don't know what time the stream is gonna happen. I gotta have like the info on their Twitter or something though already though. And I'm gonna go look at their Twitter. Let's see what it says. Watch party? Yeah, we will be watch partying it. I just don't know I don't know what time the stream starts. That's like the big question is what time does the stream start? Um, I'll put the lists in the Discord actually right now, in the deck list channel. Well, give me 1 second. I think we're done making decks for today anyway, so I'll put them in there. All right. Hear me out. You skip out on EOIC and Shriven instead. One day, probably, eventually. If it's in Brazil, wouldn't they be in a similar time zone to US? Yeah, it's pretty similar. I just want to know like when. It would be nice to know the exact time. It's pretty similar though. Well, I would still have to wake up pretty early because they're probably closer to East Coast time. So if the stream starts up at like, yeah, I don't know. I just need to figure out what time it starts up. I think Sao Paulo was like an hour ahead of East Coast. Yeah. I'd still have to wake up at like. I still gotta wake up at like 6 a.m. Sheesh. That's fine though. That's better than the European ones. No, it shouldn't be that bad, right? No, it would be like that if I want to like be out on time for like the first round. I should figure out what time the stream starts. Honestly, that's just what I don't know. That'll definitely be the plan for this weekend. Am I gonna make a Lost Box plus rotation? Probably not, to be honest. What's better in rotation, Block Lax or Great Tusk Mill? Seems like Block Lax. Discord link doesn't work. Oh no. Is it broken again? No, Discord link works. It's something on your end. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I just checked it. It works fine. So it's 8 p.m. in Guyana right now, so they're ahead of me by 5 hours. So if they start to stream at... Maybe I am gonna have to get up at like 4 a.m. If they start to stream at like what 9 a.m. their time, it'll start for me at 4 a.m. All right, well I'm gonna be getting up early this weekend again, I guess. I think that knockout stamp will be an unfair card. I don't know. I haven't played with it yet. Also unfair. I think it's like a weird term. Probably just a bad term to ever use in Pokemon. It'll either be poor game design or it won't be, but same difference, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's kind of the same difference. Unfair, overpowered, whatever. Poor card design. Unfair almost implies some people couldn't use it, which everyone could. Yeah, exactly. Like unfair is like not a good term to use because it's like implying like some people can't use it. Or you could like make the argument like you have to be good enough at the game to be able to beat it, but that's like just like be yeah, unfair is like a bad, I guess just kind of a bad term to use, but why the one Comfy? Just to give us something to push up every time our Great Tusk gets knocked out. It gives us something to push into the active, get an extra card off the flower selecting, and then get back into a new Great Tusk and repeat the process. So we can see like plus, I don't know, throughout a game we could see like plus 8 to 10 cards, which could be a pretty big difference between us being able to chain attacks or not chain attacks. So just kind of for that. How do y'all think Miraidon and EX will perform post rotation? Probably not great. Probably not great. I was just about to cook with it, and then as I was starting to build a list for it, I was like, this has to, like, this deck has to suck. And then I stopped. Stopped cooking. How's this gonna work? Works fine, I think. Okay, so let me get. Hold up. All right, so we're gonna put together a buy list for Temple Forces here. So I'm just gonna go down and pick out cards and how many of each card I think is worth buying based on the potential. Potential I think the card has. Give the Maniacs Deciphering replace Peony? No. You think A-Spec will be hard to pull? No clue. This Pokemon is your active Pokemon. It's damaged by Pokemon. Even if it's knocked out, the attacking Pokemon is not poisoned. That's bad. Torterra's bad. Actually, Torterra's not. Ooh, alright, now am I convincing myself the other way? Torterra's not terrible. It's got good stats, right? 340, 30 for each grass Pokemon in play. It's got really good stats, but and the old Grotto is really good. You can't Poffin for it though. But do I think Torterra has the potential where it's like worth buying this card. Being weak to fire like is never great. Currently it's not great in the Pokemon TCG because Radzard is in Charizard. Although you are grass type, so maybe you can win that matchup, who knows. I'm actually not sure about this one, to be honest. How would you be able to pop him for Grotto in the first place? Wait, what do you mean? For Turtwig? You can't. This shit is trash. I don't know. 340 HP and then 30 for each grass Pokemon in play. Grotto's broken. Grotto, the older Grotto that has the ability to search your deck for a grass Pokemon is broken. So Grotto's broken. Torterra EX 340 HP, 30 for each of your grass Pokemon in play. 5 grass Pokemon on your bench, you're doing 150 damage. You're 2-hit KOing most things. And the only thing you're not 2-hit KOing. Wait, you're 2-hit KOing Charizard? That kind of sucks. But still, you're probably winning that trade-off into Charizard. But they have Radzard, is like the problem. Wait, you're not even 1-hit KOing Charizard? Oh, each grass Pokemon in play, not on your bench. We are 1-hit KOing Charizard. Okay, thank goodness. Thank goodness. We are 1-hit KO. We're 1-hit KOing Charizard. We're 2-hit KOing everything else. Are you actually having 5 grass in play? I am. You might not be, but I am. No Greninja or Bibs? Nope. Grotto's our engine. It's Grotto engine. I mean, I definitely want to say that I think Torterra has potential. Because the stats are just ridiculous. And like I said, Grotto's chill. Choddle. This one takes 20 less damage from attacks. Yo, wait, this thing can't even be Greninja. You can't even Greninja this thing. It takes 20 less damage, so he survives. That's broken. Do some Roseanne's research. Nope. This is the one that heals grass types. This is right here. The Whimsicott. Once on your turn, when you play this Pokemon to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may use this ability to heal all damage from your active grass Pokemon. If you do, discard all energy from that Pokemon. And another thing with this kind of card, like with the Cottonee, like you can Grotto for these Pokemon. Like you just, if you have a Grotto in play, it just finds this. So I really like the idea of the Torterra deck. Maybe we should make a Torterra list, to be honest. Maybe that's what we should do. Maybe this will be one of the decks we should make a list for. Rel ore. Is this the best Rel ore? One retreat, one retreat, one retreat. Ball roll, bug bite for 10, 40 HP, 58, 50. This one's got 50. Slight intrusion. Just a slight intrusion. 1 for 30, 1 retreat. That's the optimal Rel ore. So it's like a 2-2 line probably. Just send to itself, yeah, but it's worth a slight intrusion, bro. It's just a funny name. He's not being too intrusive, you know what I'm saying? Just a slight intrusion, not too intrusive. Iron Leaves EX, probably 2, right? A lot of decks only play 1, but I could definitely see like playing 2 Iron Leaves EX in like a certain deck, right? Maybe it's just a one of. The Rabska maybe as well, just a 1/1 Rabska. Nah, but I always like that. Like, yeah, I would do 2 Iron Leaves EX. 2 Iron Leaves EX. All right, Incineroar EX, just like the Torterra. Is it worth? How much potential do I think this card has? Would I ever should I include this card in a buy list? I think it has some potential, but. And the Litten and the Torracat are cool. Well, like, you play this with Relicanth. We definitely play it with Relicanth. No VIP nerfs this thing, unironically. Why is that? This is even the best Litten. Is there a better Litten? Well, this is the better Litten, right? This one has 70 HP still. They all have 70 HP or less. Let's turbo decks that filled bench on turn 1. I mean, I guess kind of. I don't feel like that nerfs the deck though. Like, even if this card existed when Battle VIP Pass was a thing, you would just bench less Pokemon against the deck. Nothing was forcing you to play your Battle VIP Passes. I mean, you probably still play it just to burn out of your deck, but... You got this Litten is the best one. This is actors 1 damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. You make it you make a big Incineroar here, 320 HP. It gets punched. Then you use Relicanth to copy Reprisal. Punch them back. What else does this deck have going for it? You got the there's a better Torracat though as well, right? I believe there's a better Torracat. What is it? This one, Gritty Claws. Double fire during post-next turn. This Pokemon has full HP and will be knocked out by damage from an attack. It is not knocked out and its remaining HP is 10. Okay. So Torracat's good, Litten's good. Incineroar's okay. I mean, just 240 for fire, colors, but its ability reduces the attack cost by 1 colors for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. I mean, 240 is a decent amount of damage. You can get cheeky with the Torracat and the Litten. Much potential. We have seen 0 results from this thing in Japan. It doesn't mean it's terrible. Sometimes it takes a while for some decks that are good to be proven good. And even then, even if that deck is proven good, sometimes it still doesn't see very much play. How much potential does Incineroar really have? Oh wait, they're burned as well, so it is an effective 260, right? I didn't even realize it burned them. You never use the Incineroar, right? Just if they KO your Relicanth? Wait, what do you mean? You'll be using Incineroar. You got options. I honestly think, I do think the Incineroar does have potential. Incineroar Relicanth. I guess like the biggest thing with this deck is going to be like energy acceleration though, right? Because your opponent's not going to fill their bench for you. And then even like the Litten and the Torracat both take fire. But how are we going to get that fire energy in play? I guess is the question. How are we getting these extra fires in play? Because we can't use Magma Basin. Basin and Mela. We could play Mela, I guess. We can't really use Basin because we can't damage ourselves. Because if we damage ourselves, well, I guess we could damage ourselves. We don't have to Gritty Claws. We could Basin. We just can't use Gritty Claws if we Basin. That was my thought process, but I guess we still just could. Time to add Skelders or Rapidash and Ericas. Wait, what Ericas? Is there a Pokemon that lets you use previous evolution's attack? Yeah, the Relicanth in this set lets you do that. Armor Rouge. We're gonna play this with Armor Rouge. Seems like a lot. You push it 13 months there, Star Char. I don't think the card is good. Save money. Yeah, I don't know if Incineroar has the potential. Jita or Poppy? Well, if we're doing Poppy, we may as well play it with Armor Rouge, to be honest. All right, let's just continue. I don't think I'm adding that to the buy list. This deck has 40 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Kind of crazy. This Turtonator goes kind of wild, to be honest. Honestly, they've given us some decent Turtonators in the past. This one is not it, though. And he looks derpy. Gouging Fire EX. I think that's a good one of. You can use Charizard to accelerate the energy? No. You wouldn't play it. You would just play Charizard at that point. Like, there's no reason to play. You wouldn't play Incineroar and then set up the Incineroars with Charizard. At that point, you just play Charizard. Yeah, but come on, what deck can play with 2 Pokemon in play and just knock out Incineroar turn after turn? I mean, not many. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. The 290 is, or the 260 to 240 is going to be one of your potential attacks, but I'm more concerned with the deck's energy acceleration potential, I guess, but the card could be good. It could be good. 414 Gator line, easy buys. No, I don't think Froligator makes the cut. Although it is a very cool card. I'm interested to try it out, but I don't think Froligator makes the cut. Walking Wake. I think Walking Wake is a one of. It can be used as like a shred attacker in the ancient decks. You just include like one water energy, one Walking Wake, and then you have access to shred. That sounds like it's worth it as a one of. Shred's pretty cool. Wug Trio EX, Insta 4 of, lock it in. Iron Hands, non-EX, does not seem very good. Iron Thorns, does not seem very good. Mr. Nope. Meryl, nope. The Miraidon has shred. Oh yeah, the Miraidon does have. I think I think one Walking Wake is still probably worth it though. Yeah, I think one Walking Wake is still worth it. Bronzong, I don't think this card has a ton of potential, to be honest. I don't think I'm gonna add. Well, hold on. Let me think about that for a second. Like, there definitely could fairly easily be a meta where Bronzong is pretty good. I'm not just thinking about like the first meta here. Like when I do these buy lists, I'm thinking about like its overall potential. You know, even potentially like a year from now. I'm not when I do these buy lists, I'm not thinking about like right now. How good is it right now, or how good is it immediately when the card's released? Like how good do I think this card is in the Pokemon TCG? It's kind of in general is what I'm thinking about. And can't you just rare candy? No, you can't rare candy around. Wait, I'm not tripping, right? You can't rare candy around Bronzong, right? Bronzong stops rare candy because it's still evolving. Wait, I'm not tripping, right? You can't rare candy. You cannot? You're just still evolving from man? Yeah, okay, that's what I thought, yeah. Yeah, it doesn't stop TM Evo. All right, let's. I mean, I'm gonna put a 4/4 Bronzong line on here. But is this the best Bronzor? Is the question. Let's see if this is the best Bronzor. This one is 80 HP. Ooh, kind of a tank. 3 retreat cost. Yikes. If your opponent's active Pokemon is a Psychic Pokemon, this attack does 30 more damage for a Psychic. Can't be Poffined, but the 80 HP might be good if you don't play Poffin. But if not, there's this Bronzor. Attacks from Metal Energy, 2 retreat cost, 70 HP, so you can Poffin for it. Is this one legal as well? This one is also legal, actually. Spinning attack for 10. This one legal? Dude, why is there so many legal Bronzors? These ones have 1 retreat cost. Oh, that one's E. Never mind. That one's not legal. This one legal? This one is legal. So 1 retreat, 60 HP, 70 HP, 2 retreat. Or, wait up. 80 HP, 3 retreat. This one seems like the worst. So it's only you only get the Bronzongs here. You don't actually get the Bronzor. All right. GLC Enjoyer should get the 1/1 Bronzong. That's true. But only play with the Psychic one. Reuniclus? Nah, Reuniclus is bad. I'm sure Sander will have a deck with Reuniclus, but besides that, there's no shot. And who knows how good that deck will even be anyways. Alright, heal 100 damage from one of your benched ancient Pokemon. Screamtail. Fluttermane. It's like 2 Fluttermane. Oh, shit, relevant on Miraidon? Is there anything in the current format that it needs it for? No, but just we're not thinking about just right now in the current format. When I do buy lists, I'm thinking about how powerful is this as a Pokemon card, and that means because we're not thinking about we're putting the buy list together with the idea of not just this format but future formats. Like Shred is just a good thing to have on a card. Look at Lost Tina. Look how many times. I mean, or not Lost Tina. Look at Arctina. Look how many times there's been a ton of matchups throughout Arctina's existence where it's like it goes from a bad matchup to a good matchup because the card has Shred. Arctina's a perfect example of that. Arctina's like literally a perfect example of that, where it's like there's been multiple matchups throughout its time where it's like this matchup's bad. Well, wait, I have Shred. Good matchup. All right, 4 Iron Crown. Yeah, we're not worried about right now. We're worried about future potential. All right, Relicanth. Probably a 2 of, right? Actually, maybe even a... I always like you'd probably play Relicanth as a 2 of in most... maybe not. Maybe it's a 1 of. Let's go 2. You definitely play 2, because Pricing It sounds terrible in any deck that's super reliant on it. Even with... Well, I guess if you have like play Arven Heavy Ball, then it'd be like fine. But then even then, if your opponent, if this is such a big part of your strategy, then your opponent's gonna like boss KO it, and then you need to find Super Rod, and then you need to get it back into play. So yeah, any deck that's like reliant on Relicanth will definitely play 2 of them. 1 Dribbler in case Karana EX finds a friend. Yeah, I'm down for 1 Dribbler, to be honest. You never know. Honestly, in the mill deck, Dribbler might be good. Dribbler could be good in the mill deck. Anything's possible. All right, we keep going on. 4 Great Tusk. Any shocks? If you have 3 more energy and place attack does any more damage. What is the... Where's the Miraidon though? Oh, it's a dragon type. Let me just read the Miraidon real fast. I don't remember. I like this. That thing could still be good as a 1 of, but I forget. What is this? This costs 2 energy, whereas the other thing costs 1 energy, but you need 3 energy in play. Honestly, one Sandy Shocks is probably correct. Have on hand. Iron Boulder EX, trash. Ekans, trash. Although, if Arbok has potential, is this the best Ekans? And I guess does Arbok have potential? I don't actually know. 70 HP, 2 retreat, 1 retreat, 60 HP. The opponent heads are confused and poisoned. Honestly, if Arbok has potential, are we saying Arbok has potential? Let's go with yes. I'm gonna go ahead and put 4 of Ekans on the buy list here. Do I know about Ekans' name? Unfortunately, yes. Arbok, Ghastly, Haunter, Gengar EX. I think this one actually has less potential than the Players in Japan are running Iron Boulder to beat future Iron Hands. Wait, in what? Wait, what deck is playing this to beat future Iron Hands? Quad Hands with 1 fighting energy and 1 boulder for arc decks. Oh, in the Quad Hands build? Is that the best Ghastly though for when you tech half Gengar in your deck? I don't know, we'll take a look at it. Arc or Future Box. Alright, I guess we have to add the Iron Boulder to the Iron Boulder. To the buy list. Iron Boulder makes the buy list. Alright, I can see it. Yeah, because you can like do some weird tech cards to like future decks. Yeah, okay. The Gengar is bad, I'm pretty sure, but we can look at the Ghastly, because theoretically the other Gengar is like a tech card. Let's see. Is this the best Ghastly? So this one has 60 HP, 1 retreat cost. When events discard an energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. And then this Ghastly is Psychic, Allure, Draw. This one is the better Ghastly, I think. Wait, when do they stop becoming? This is F, right? This is E. 40 free retreat. Ooh, the free retreat one though. 40 free retreat. Free retreat's pretty good though, actually. But 40 HP is kind of low. I mean, it's like a little bit low. 50-50, 1 retreat, 1 retreat. Suffocating gas for 20. Allure, draw a card. And this one does... Honestly, I kind of like... I mean, the free retreat one's the best one. But this one does have some merit. Because it has the extra HP. And then its attack is pretty good. But this one is definitely the best one for like as like the tech Gengar potential. This one is definitely the best one. Oh, I think you probably don't need this one. Probably not. Crushing Hammer says an attack is busted. That's true. You can basically like play like 8 Crushing Hammers in your deck and then super out them back to the deck. The Allure one is nice. Just for the draw card. It's okay. I think the Free Retreat one is always going to be the best one though. Move any number of damage counters from your opponent's bench Pokemon to their active Pokemon. I think it's actually kind of decent. I'm going to put a Sableye on here. I'm going to put a 1 of Sableye on the list. The Giraffe card. Wait, where's the basic for this thing? Is it up? Is it Psychic? It's got 90 HP, Terminator for each champion. Because actually, I think that card is kind of good, actually. Where is it? What does it do again? Prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's basic Pokemon EX. Like that's like not bad. I think we should. I think we'll add this as like a 2/2 line. Well, hold on. 2 of, dude. How do you even say this? Ari Giraffe, dude. All right, now the question is the little guy worth it, or is that the best little guy? Where's the little guy? Ari Giraffe. Rigaraff? Y'all are giving me a bunch of different ways to pronounce the name. Y'all don't even know how to pronounce the name. Okay, yeah, hold on. Let me find this. There's like 5 different ways to pronounce the name in the chat right now. All right, so this one's got 1 retreat cost, weak to dark, risen to fighting, 90 HP. Sight Colorless, 20+10 for each damage count on your opponent's active Pokemon. And then this one is... Oh, this one is legal. What about this one? Nope. So we have this one, 90 HP, double draw, 1 retreat cost. That almost seems better. And then this one is 100 HP, 2 colorless energy. The double draw seems like the best one for sure. The double draw seems optimal here, to be honest. So I don't think we... But this one does rotate in F block, whereas this is going to be H block. So I think we actually add this as a 2 of. You use the baby one as a follow-up attacker to KO Zard since you do 160 plus 180. Yeah, true. All right. Mawile. Remove your opponent's special going to the active attack does 30 damage to the new active Pokemon. Does not seem very good. We got the Scizor EX. 70 damage during your opponent's next turn. This Pokemon takes 50 less damage from attacks. Scizor's bad. Fortress is bad, right? Oh, I skipped Roaring Moon here at the end. 4 Roaring Moon, I guess. Azul needs to start reading flavor text during these to prep his comeback on the pod. Honestly, maybe. Well, I can't because I can't read Japanese, but maybe I need to learn Japanese first and then. Oh, I gotta put a 4 next to that. I mean the Metang we need 4. The question is this the best Beltum? Or Metang and then Beldum. Let's see. That's a D. This is F. Okay, so we got 2 of them. Search your deck for a card, shuffle your deck, then put that card on top of it. That's decent for a colorless energy. 1 retreat, 60 HP. 70 HP. The other one's got to be better, right? The other one's got to be the better Beldum. But this is F and this is H, right? Oh, that's F and this is H. So because of that, I think you do pick up 4 of the new Beldum because one of them will rotate. before. Yeah, it'll rotate before Metang rotates. So before I guess that's like another thing to like add into the calculations of like the buy list. Would be like if something rotates, then we need the new one. I'm putting these together. These the buy list together for like long term potential. You think Raging Bolt EX will be a merely competent deck? No, I think it'll be an incompetent deck. For the long haul, yeah, for the long haul. Can you just wait to see if Metang is a long-term useful? I mean, you can, or you could just like, just have the stuff right now, not worry about it. That's how I like to operate. I just like to get all this stuff at once, and that way I don't have to worry about it ever again. Metagross? I guess we should look at Metagrosses here. Wait, are any of these Metagross legal? Someone just said they were, right? Once your turn, if you choose Pokemon from the top... Oh, wait. Do this from your deck at the beginning of your turn, and your bench isn't full. You may put it on... Before you put it in your hand, you may put it onto your bench if you do draw 3 cards. So this guy kind of sucks. Is any of the other ones legal? No. What about the new one? Is this one any good? You damage your opponent's next turn. This Pokemon's Meteor Smash. Dude, why do they all have the same attack? Does every Metagross have the exact same attack? Where they do damage and they do more damage next turn? Then Luster Blast for 200, discard 200 for this Pokemon. This is probably fine as a one of, right? One Metagross, yeah. This is a signature move. Let's do away with its signature move. All right, Iron Treads. Wasn't this being played in some future deck as like a tech for a situation? Or am I trolling? Oh yeah, because it can become fighting type. Wait, why does that matter? Does that matter? Oh yeah, can't this 1-hit KO Iron Hands? Or Arceus? Yeah, so 1 Iron Treads. For Miraidon. Miraidon EX. Colorless 20+10 for each damage counter on this Pokemon. Doesn't seem very good. This guy sucks, right? Fighting Fire. Could work in a Lost Zone deck. 280 is a lot. 280 is a lot. But you do 60 to yourself. It 2 KOs POW and hands and then gets KO'd back though. No, because you have like the iron, whatever's called crowns on your bench plus the tool card. A tool card plus iron crowns. This might be a new Dragonite when the power creep pushes. That's true. Let's add 1 Miraidon EX. I don't know, 4 Miraidon probably. I mean, I know it's not being played as in a 4 of count right now and anything, but these are the kind of cards that I would always want to have 4 of around on. Miraidon EX. 220 to your next one is can't use Cyber Drive. This is like the same. This is like kind of like the same thing as Dragonite, right? Like a Lost Zone deck potentially being able to do 220. Wait, does Lost Zone stuff? Lost Zone stuff doesn't even rotate, does it? No, it does rotate. Wait, does it? Like next rotation. It's F block, so it does rotate then. No, not this rotation. I mean next rotation. This card still seems decent, especially if you have like all the stuff in play, right? If you have a couple crowns, the tool card, we're getting to like 300 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon has damage counters on it. It does 100 more. I mean, it's possible this could even replace Dragonite in Lost Zone decks this format, right? Doing 220 is like what you need to hit, right? Why is this potentially not better than Dragonite? Because it also has a colorless energy in the attack cost. You can't use Force Seal Stone on it, but I'm gonna put one Miraidon on this list here. Put it down for 1. 230 greater than 220. That is true. 220 is a little bit short, I guess. Dragonite does do 250. Also put it down as a 1 of. It is interesting. Raging Bolt, nah, bro. Raging Bolt ain't it. That card is just bad. He's just bad. Does not make the buy list. The Dunsparce, honestly, I'm gonna put down a 4 for the Dunsparce on the list. I think this could definitely be some kind of weird draw engine in the future in a deck. It's got the potential. It's got the potential. The Dun. Dunsparce. Is this the best Dunsparce though? This one rotates, right? Yeah. So it's either Find a Friend Dunsparce, 1 treat, 70 HP, Find a Friend, or the new one. I feel like the Find a Friend one is just better, right? Oh, this one has free retreat? Dude, that's broken. Never mind. New one's better. That's actually sick for your draw engine. You just like, if you open with this, you just retreat it. And it's like now your draw engine's protected. That's broken. Broken card, broken draw engine. Once on your turn, if this Pokemon's remaining HP is 30 or less, you may search your deck for an Unpheasant or Unpheasant EX and put it onto this Pokemon to evolve it, then shuffle your deck. This ability is actually kind of crazy, but I'm pretty sure the cards, the Unpheasants aren't good enough, right? Like, wait, it says Unpheasant or Unpheasant EX. We don't have an Unpheasant EX. Oh, so we're gonna eventually get an Unpheasant EX. Okay, so we gotta put down 4 P-Dove. 4 P-Dove. Because when that Unpheasant EX hits, who knows? Alright, the Unpheasant. That's on Chatot. Search your deck for up to 3 basic Pokemon and put them onto your bench, then shuffle your deck. It's a call for family for 3. It's like the Dunsparce is back. I don't know. Getting into your active is just like, how are we getting into our active turn 1? Like what deck? I mean, this could be good eventually, right? Yeah, it could be good eventually. Jet, bro. True, Jet. Ditto or something? I mean, are we playing 4 Chatot? If we're not playing 4 Chatot, we're probably not playing Ditto. If it was free to attack, it would be so good. Yeah, I just feel like it's too slow. Yeah, if this attacked for free, it'd be good for sure. But we have like Basculin. I guess once Basculin rotates, then we'll be stuck with Chatot. We play with the Dunsparce and free retreat into it. Yo, that's actually genius. We open Dunsparce, we free retreat our Dunsparce into our Chatot, and then we acapella. I was gonna say call for family, but it's not call for family. Then we acapella for 3 more Dunsparce, and then we're just set up. We're good to go. That's broken. I feel like Chatot maybe should make it to the buy list, to be honest, because like it does have potential, right? But would it be 4? I guess it would be 4 because you'd maybe play 4 of it, so you could just start with the thing. All right, Chatot's there. All right, so this is the P-Dove. You get the Unpheasant. Is this Unpheasant any good? 70 damage. You may put 2 energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon to their hand. That's annoying for sure. Imagine being a Charizard player and your opponent goes Reverse Wind. That would be so annoying, bro. Jeez. Definitely annoying. 180 during your opponent's next turn. During your next turn, this Pokemon can't attack. Not terrible. It works with double turbo. We are potentially getting an Unpheasant EX. Does have free retreat. All right, I'll put this. I don't think this Unpheasant would be a deck by itself, but if it could be like an inclusion into an Unpheasant EX deck. So. Also, how are we getting to? We have Bog. Isn't there also another stadium that says if you attach an energy from your hand to a Pokemon that's not a water energy, you take 2 damage counters, right? And we have Bog as well, right? To get the P-Dove to 30 HP or less. Okay, so we have some ways to get there. All right. All right, Minccino. This is the worst Minccino, but this is the good Cincino, so... Or Chinchino, whatever. Cincino. Chinchino. So now this Chinchino... So Lugia rotates before the Chinchino does, right? How you spell it? Chinchino, like cappuccino. This is F block. When did Lugia come out? Lugia's F as well, right? Yeah. So we don't really need these Minchinos because if Lugia rotates, this guy probably dies, right? We don't need this Minccino because when the other Minccino rotates, Lugia also rotates, which means this thing's just probably not good anymore. So you don't ever need the backup Minchinos. All right, Drampa, if all your bench Pokemon have at least one damage counter on them, this attack does 120 more damage. There's 220 if all of your bench Pokemon are damaged. This seems terrible. Iron Jugulus. If this Pokemon is in the active spot and takes damage from an opponent's attack, put 3 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. All right? Call us. Wind Blast 110. Nah. I don't think so. Picnic Basket eats Drampa alive. Yeah, Picnic Basket destroys Drampa. Ancient Booster Capsule, we already have the card. Awakening Drum, that's a one of. Bianca's Devotion, heal all damage from one of your Pokemon with 30 or less HP remaining. That's a two of. Yo, wait, no, it doesn't work. Okay, I had a thought, but I don't have the thought anymore. It doesn't work. I'm not going to say it. Boxed Order. If you use this card, your turn ends. Search your deck for 2 item cards, reveal them, and put them to your hand, then shuffle your deck. I honestly don't think this card is terrible. Like, if you play it with, like, an Irida or an Arven deck, like... Wait, does Irida rotate? If you play it with an Arven deck, you don't plan on attacking on your first turn, and you go get this and use it. Like, that's not terrible, right? Maybe it's not great, though. Definitely 4 Buddy Buddy. Boxed Order. I mean, it's at least it's at best +1 item in that scenario. True. It is at best +1, right? All right, it's probably... Oh, it does only get item cards. Yeah, I guess. All right, it's probably bad. All right. Cypher Maniacs. Dude, there's like 10 different names for this card. Cypher Maniacs Code Breaking. Or Crypto Guy. I'm just calling it Crypto Guy. Or NFT Fanatic. Eerie for Eerie. Always just get 4 of basically every trainer card. There's no reason to not get 4 of every trainer card. Well, except maybe Boxed Order. Are we taking Boxed Order off the list? Or do I just do the 4 of everything? Our 4 Explorers Guidance. Or Full Metal Lab. We already have this card. Hand Trimmer. I mean, we want some of them, so we're doing 4. 4 Hand Trimmer. 4 Heavy Baton. Honestly, I should probably just do 4. I usually just 4 of every item card is just correct, or every trainer card. Well, except for the Apex, of course. 1 Hero's Cape. 1 Master Ball. 1 Maximum Belt. 4 Morty's Conviction. Wait, I thought it was Confidence. I thought it was Morty's. 4 Perilous Jungle. One Prime Catcher. One Reboot Pod. One Rescue Board, or 4 Rescue Board, excuse me. Or Salvatore. 4 Mist Energy. 1 Neo. Dude, that's the only this is the only ace spec I haven't seen in a list yet. Wait, no, that's actually not true. No, that is even in the Fraligator list that we saw on stream for the Champions League. I don't think they played Neo Upper Energy. Neo Upper Energy is the only ace spec I have not seen in any deck list, in any shape or form. It's the only one. I think I've seen everything else. Awakening Drums, Reboot Pod. I think it's literally just Neo Upper Energy. I mean, I'm sure it'll have its moment at some point. If Master Ball had its moment in a deck at some point, yeah, if Master Ball, we already seen Master Ball in deck list. There's no way Neo Upper Energy we don't see at some point in a meta deck. I saw the Neo on a Tinkaton list. Want link? No. I want to naturally see it. I want there to just, you know, it just happens naturally. I don't want my first viewing of Neo Upper Energy to be forced. I'm gonna make you see it. Nope. Never gonna happen. Soda's gonna play Mew VMAX with a Neo Upper Energy in it at UIC. Neo needs an EXP share style second effect. Well, that just sounds kind of broken. Like, you mean like you'd be able to put it on a Pokemon onto the bench after the Pokemon with this gets KO'd? I guess things are getting worse for Neo Upper Energy as well because they're reprinting Enhanced Hammer, right? So it wants his first time to be special. Respect that. Yeah, exactly. Soda coming for your Neoginity. That'd be nuts. That'd be pretty crazy. Yeah, if an energy had the EXP share effect on it, that would be pretty crazy. If it like moved itself to a bench Pokemon after the Pokemon that it was attached to gets knocked out. Although it would be an ace spec. And I mean, if like something like Enhanced Hammer's in the format, I guess it's not too crazy. All right, chat. I think it's gonna do it for the stream for me today. Tomorrow we got, what do we got going on tomorrow? Dude stream tomorrow. What do we got for the rest of the week though? What's on the schedule? Dude stream tomorrow. Road to Arceus on Thursday. Then we're gonna do some more rotation decks on Friday, and then also I'm gonna play in an online tournament on Friday as well. And then actually I might not end up playing in the online tournament, to be honest, because if I have to wake up at like 6 a.m. for the Latin American regional, the Guyana regional, then I probably won't play in the online tournament because I'm gonna probably try and end the stream early on Friday so I can wake up early Saturday, early Sunday for the Guyana regionals this weekend. But then we will be watch partying the that regional over the weekend then, because apparently that is happening. I forgot it was happening on Saturday and Sunday, but yeah. That's the plan. That's the plan for the rest of the week. So I'll catch y'all tomorrow for some Dude stream action. If you haven't submitted a deck already, feel free to go submit a deck in the Discord if you're a sub on Twitch or a member on YouTube. And I'm going to go ahead and raid. I don't even recognize anyone on right now. I might just send you all off into the Abyss, to be honest. All right. I'm sending you all off into the Abyss. Have a good one, chat. Catch y'all tomorrow. That's it.